Tonight's game is produced by the IH Sports Network. No part of the audio or video from tonight's game may be redistributed or retransmitted without the express written consent of the IH Sports Network and Liberty Press Incorporated. The IH Sports Network's first commitment is to the student athletes of our community, their families, and their coaches. Find us online at ihsports.net.
High school football is on the air. The Oneida Indians, the Scott Highlanders, with Tim Smith, Rick Keaton, and their entire broadcast teams. This is Tennessee's most complete high school football coverage.
Sponsored by United Cumberland Bank, Scenic Foods, El Rey, Ray's Axe, South Fork Physical Therapy, Lumber King, Potter's Ace Hardware, Salvage LLC, and by title sponsor, First National Bank.
Produced by the IH Sports Network, Friday Night Football begins now.
Good evening and welcome to Coalfield, Tennessee for tonight's final game of the regular season. It's the Oneida Indians and the Coalfield Yellow Jackets on a rainy, wet night here in East Tennessee. This is Kevin Akers along with Mark Matthews, John Strunk, and the voice of the Indians, Tim Smith, coming up. Guys, we've been looking forward to this game for actually several weeks. We thought that this scenario could possibly play out, and it definitely has. Even though Coalfield is not in our region, we are playing for a region championship tonight, Mark.
Yeah, we are, and it's coming down like it has in past years when we was in the same region, and we're playing for a region championship with a win tonight. We win our region over Rockwood and finish first and have home field playoff games throughout the playoffs, John, as long as we keep winning.
And you know, the last few weeks we've been setting the table in a way that Oneida has everything in front of them, and they've taken care of business in the last few weeks. They put themselves into this position. They control their own destiny, and that's all you can ask. And it's been a great season for Oneida to this point. And Kevin kind of, when he said it, it kind of sunk in. This is the last game of the regular season. Where is this season went? It's just flown by as it normally does. But here we are, week 10, week 11 really, and Oneida's playing for a region championship, and that's big because we haven't won one of those since 2014.
Well, tell us a little bit about what Coalfield has done this year so far, Mark, and then we'll lead into what Oneida's done to get to this point.
Well, Coalfield's 7-2 football team, very, very good football team. They've lost to a couple of pretty good opponents in Carter and Gordonsville. Gordonsville ranked in the top 5 of 1A, and they lost to them 21-0. And that was coming off of a emotional game that they had to pick up late against Carter. They lost a 4A school. They lost to them 34-30, and actually had the lead. They was up on them 18-0 at one point, and Carter came back. Coalfield controlled the game. I watched some of that game, and Coalfield controlled that football game for the most part. The waning seconds of that football game, Carter was able to come out victorious, but Coalfield was able to have a really good offensive showing, and I've got some stats on that too, man. They had a really good offensive showing against Carter. That's a much bigger school and is a very good football team in their own right. So we're fixing to face one of the 2 best teams, one of the 3 best teams that we played all season in this Coalfield bunch, John.
Yeah, and they've already wrapped up their region championship, has Coalfield. They're region 2A. Single A champs, and Oneida's hoping to do the same with a win here tonight. So a lot on the line tonight. It's a rivalry game. We come down here with heavy hearts this year a little bit, with the losses that was experienced both in this community and ours last year. And we'll get probably into that a little bit later as well. But a big game tonight, big game atmosphere. There's going to be a lot of folks here. It's unfortunate about the weather. How that's going to play out, who's it going to help and who's it going to hurt. Oneida's they've been fumble prone, they've been turnover prone the last few weeks. Again, we started out heavy, we kind of got that reined in. We've put it on the ground a few times in the last few weeks. How will this weather play? All those things are building up to what should be a dandy football game here tonight.
You know, in the game that you thought that would rear its ugly head was against Monterey. We had the downpours against Monterey and didn't turn it over one time. So who really knows how the weather's going to affect the ball game tonight? The temperature is perfect, about 50 degrees, perfect football weather. What traditions that both of these schools has. I don't know if there's anybody in East Tennessee that can rival Oneida's tradition except this bunch right here in Coalfield, and they can do that. They certainly can.
Now, Tim, you're going to be following some other games tonight because we kind of control our own destiny, but also we could get some help where even if we drop this game tonight, we can still win the region championship. Tell us a little bit about what you're going to be following for us as well as calling the game.
Well, that's, you're asking for a lot of help because you're looking for York to defeat Rockwood. And not to say that that's not capable or not possible for the York Dragons. One, they're at home. And many times when York is at home, things sometimes happen in their favor. Big runs turn into holding and things like that. So, I mean, there's that factor. But Rockwood has been certainly throughout the year the stronger team. And Coach John Webb, we mentioned it last week, a savvy move of picking up a game, putting himself in position to play for a region championship tonight against York. I mean, he just did a great job scheduling that Oakdale game and giving Rockwood a chance. So I think the thing that was so surprising for all of us was Monterey falls out last week. Mm-hmm. And so now it's Oneida and Rockwood. Rockwood gets the tiebreak if we finish with the same number of wins. So Oneida controls their destiny. A win against Coalfield here tonight, and Oneida is the Region 2 AA champion. A loss tonight coupled with a Rockwood win means Rockwood is the Region 2 AA champion. If both of us lose, then Oneida does win the region. Both teams are going to be home next week for the first-round playoff game. So that was the nice part about Monterey getting upset, is it assured Oneida that they're going to be home 1 week from tonight.
And so looking ahead a little bit, Monterey's probably going to start the playoffs at Hampton?
That is likely destination for Monterey is Hampton, yes. Unless York pulls some kind of a trickery tonight, and we'll just have to see about that. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more here on the IH Sports Network.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razak's. Razak's offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razak's has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razak's on U.S. Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razak's. Country cooking and great steaks.
Football makes people happy. At United Cumberland Bank, totally free checking makes our customers happy. If you are not completely satisfied with your checking account, come see me and find out why more Scott Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank. This is Tammy Strunk, new accounts representative, and I would appreciate your business. United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC, $50 minimum deposit to open. Other fees may apply. Ask us for details.
Odds are there's a Potter's Ace Hardware right in your neighborhood, with expert advice and the right tools and supplies to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Potter's Ace has a convenient location on Industrial Lane here in Oneida. Visit the helpful folks at Potter's Ace for all your home improvement needs. Potter's Ace, the helpful place. Life is about choices. When it comes to your internet service provider, you've got a choice. Telepage. Telepage is internet service provided by local people you know and trust. Different service plans are available, tailored to provide speeds that fit your everyday needs. Telepage now offers fiber internet in select areas, with plans starting as low as $45.41 per month. Speeds up to 1 gig are available. Call 423-569-8595 for more information. That's Telepage, located at 258 South Main Street in Oneida. Visit telepage.net.
Welcome back to IH Sports coverage of high school football. It's the Oneida Indians and the Coalfield Yellow Jackets facing off down in Coalfield, Tennessee. Tim, Big game tonight, man.
Absolutely big game. John L. mentioned the turnovers and the weather. The worst weather we had of the year, Mark mentioned, was against Monterey, and we had the fewest turnovers. So maybe that will be a good sign. But I do think that Oneida's going to have to protect the football here tonight. But these two teams, in looking at this, I put the statistics together today. I didn't know for sure. You just kind of felt like it was probably true that these two teams, it's been the most frequent matchup for Oneida, and it certainly is. And John L's got some of the facts about this long-standing series that started many years ago. He's got all the details for you on Oneida and Coalfield and the history.
Yeah, and first of all, tonight will be game 905 of Oneida football. This is the 87th year. The Indians have 581 wins, 311 losses, 12 ties. Of course, last week, Oneida was able to get a win at Sequoia 35-7. Oneida has 48 wins and 15 losses and one tie in these Week 10 games. Of course, as Tim alluded to, the 77th meeting tonight between Oneida and Coalfield. Oneida has the upper hand in the series, 51 wins, 25 losses all time versus Coalfield. Of course, last year there was a no contest due to COVID. The game was not played. Oneida has lost 6 of their last 10, and I think that's big. I think Oneida's had their struggles against Coalfield, and Coalfield has been the team. I mean, they have had their best run of this storied, I guess you would say, franchise, if you will, and even made a great run in the last few years. In 18, Oneida won 7-3. In 19, Coalfield won 22-14. And then the second most team played by Oneida is Sunbright, and there's 60 games that were played between those two schools. So really, Coalfield far and away the most. I mean, 16 is a lot. So 77 meetings tonight, Oneida and Coalfield. The teams first met in 1932, and that was the overall game number 16 of Oneida football. The Indians won 57-0, and then the series has been tied at 15 wins, I think is what I'm reading here.
Since 1990.
Yeah.
That's when Mark and I first started doing games.
Yeah.
That first year, Coalfield pulled that lightning strikes upset, and then the next year lightning strikes twice. Since we've been broadcasting Oneida football against Coalfield, it's 15-15. It's been the best era of the rivalry.
There you go. Thanks for explaining that. And, for me and Mark, our senior year we were here on this field, won a district championship. It always came down to Oneida and Coalfield seemingly.
Every year.
And we won 21-14 in an overtime game, I believe. These kind of games is what Oneida and Coalfield are used to. And then we've already talked about, how both teams come in tonight, 7-2. Of course, Coalfield Region 2A champs. Oneida can be Region 2 AA champ with a win tonight. And what they have done this year, Coalfield, is striking. They did lose 21-0 to Gordonsville, and of course they lost to Carter, as we talked about. And that loss to Gordonsville is the only time that they've been held under 30 points. So a very potent offense that we will face tonight.
I mean, they've topped 60. There was a couple of weeks there where in 2 weeks they scored 128 points in the season. So I mean, this is an offense that can light the scoreboard up. And I know, Mark, you've got a more detailed look at them later. But I mean, as an Oneida fan, you look at this, and Coalfield doesn't have anything to play for. And as far as like what's going to happen next week, right? They're going to have North Green's Huskies here next week for just a killing that is going to take place in that opening round game. They know that's happening. But this is senior night for the Coalfield Yellow Jackets. Coach Benson Napier, it's his first ever Oneida Coalfield game as a head coach. For Jimmy May, it's his first time as the singular head coach for the Oneida Indians. So it means a lot for both sides.
Yeah, a lot of them, and a lot of emotion going into this game tonight. Senior night, you talked about it for Coalfield, and with everything that's happened in the last year, and all of those emotions are going to be out here on the field on display tonight, and just a lot of things that's going on in this ball game tonight. It ought to be a really fun night for football, and ought to be a really good game, I think.
Yeah, and you've both kind of alluded to it, but, obviously I think most people know what we're talking about, but just to make sure we're crystal clear, of course, Coach Keith Henry and his brother Jared Henry, who played at Oneida, coached at Oneida, and then came here to Coalfield a few years ago and followed in the large footprints of Coach Gary Chris. And Coach Keith Henry led that team to a state championship appearance and to several of their best years. And a year ago, they were a 12-0 football team going into Thanksgiving weekend and playing. And it was on that weekend that they fell in that semifinal game, and Coach Keith Henry fell ill, and soon after, that following week, his brother Jared fell ill. And, of course, they both lost a battle with COVID. And they both have sons that are on this team here tonight that have been key cogs through the middle school years and now into the high school years. And there's two absolutely wonderful widow ladies that we all have known for years in Pam and Christina Henry. And the boys we're talking about, A.J. Henry and Colton Henry. And it's also senior night for Chaston Henry. That's Keith's daughter. And then Leah Henry, Jared's daughter, also was a big part of Coalfield. So talking about the mixed emotions, that it is a big mix tonight. And so there's a lot of things going. Both teams obviously want to win this football game. But there's just so many. You can't gauge what's everybody thinking, what's on their minds, nor should we try, right, because everybody deals in their own way with these things. But it is it's an important game for a lot of people here tonight. And I think most importantly, I just hope it's dealt with in a very honorable way by both sides, and that we just have a good contest. Obviously, we want Oneida to win, and obviously a lot of folks want Coalfield to win, but the ties are there that bind the two schools, and that's what you guys are alluding to about tonight.
Yeah, and first and foremost, those guys were great coaches, great mentors for the kids on this Coalfield football team and the kids that they coached at Oneida, and great fathers, mm-hmm, and great friends. They was friends to all of us, and what a huge loss and a tear in this community and a tear in the Oneida community. And we loved them, and they'll certainly be missed.
Absolutely, and I've been thinking about that leading up to this week, and it's going to be odd after this game, win or lose. We always went and found those guys. Mm-hmm. We always got a hug. We always got a I love you. Mm-hmm. We always got an update on how they're doing with their family and their personal life. And, going to miss that. And, Mark, those two were also our brothers at Oneida, yeah, because we played with them. Yeah. We bled and sweat with them. And so like you said, there's bittersweetness there. And Tim, you did a wonderful job for Jared on a a little memorial that you put together, and that was wonderfully done after the fact, and put on Facebook, and we just have some great memories, and just looking forward again to what tonight has, but it is bittersweet. It is bittersweet.
And I think for everybody in attendance here tonight that knew those guys, tonight it's going to weave in and out the whole night of their minds as everything occurs.
And I'll say this, Jared, Peb, we all know him as Peb. We took trips with him, sports trips. I mean, you guys played video games till way up into the morning hours. I feel blessed because I got to do one of his most favorite things. We went fishing together, and so every time I go fishing now, I always think of Peb, but I will say this, and you said it more eloquently than I can, Tim. I know where he's at right now, and I know I'll see him again. Yeah. And so that's the most important thing. And but all that aside, we'll move forward. But I just wanted to get that in there.
Y'all mind if I tell my favorite Jared story?
Sure.
This is when we would always get together and play football down at the house. And, of course, by this point in time in my age, I can't keep up with the fast guys, so I'm just rushing the quarterback. and Mark Martin was quarterback. And he threw a pass, and I jumped up and blocked and actually picked it off. Took off the run, took about one step, and felt like I stepped in a hole and just hit the ground. I didn't know what was going on. Jared comes over, looks at me, and says, "What's going on?" I said, "I don't know." I said, "It's just like my leg quit working." He said, "Well, stand up," and he told me to bend a certain way, and I did. And when I did, it just felt like somebody stuck a knife in my leg, and I collapsed. He said, "Yeah, you pulled your groin muscle." So you could have just told me that.
Sounds about right.
All right, folks, we're going to take a break for our sponsors and be back on this rainy night. Game 10, and something on the line for the Oneida Indians, and a big night in a big rivalry in the two teams that in Oneida history, the most meetings in their history by far. The Oneida Indians, the Coalfield Yellow Jackets. Meeting 77 is coming up. Break for our sponsors. You're listening to the IH Sports Network.
Odds are there's a Potter's Ace Hardware right in your neighborhood, with expert advice and the right tools and supplies to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Potter's Ace has a convenient location on Industrial Lane here in Oneida. Visit the helpful folks at Potter's Ace for all your home improvement needs. Potter's Ace, the helpful place.
Football makes people happy. At United Cumberland Bank, totally free checking makes our customers happy. If you are not completely satisfied with your checking account, come see me and find out why more Scott Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank. This is Tammy Strunk, new accounts representative, and I would appreciate your business. United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC, $50 minimum deposit to open. Other fees may apply. Ask us for details.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razak's. Razak's offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razak's has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razak's on US Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razak's. Country cooking and great steaks.
Welcome back to Coalfield. Rainy night here at Rochelle Field. And we've had many interesting weather nights between Oneida and Coalfield. This one's going to be interesting, but we're going to have a detailed report about what to look out for, and there's a lot of it from this Coalfield team. Mark Matthews has scouted the Yellow Jackets, coming in with 7-2 for first-year coach Benson Napier. We mentioned those two losses for Carter. That was just a kind of throw-together game, and I think Carter – in the fourth quarter was thinking, what have we done? And then the next week, Coalfield fell to 7th-ranked Gordonsville, but it's been all Showtime other than that.
Yeah. Just running down some scores. Tim, Wartburg 42-0. These are the wins. Scott 35-7. Harriman 62-18. You had alluded to the back-to-back 60-point outings for this Coalfield football team. Sunbright 68-8. Midway 41-34 has been their closest game other than their losses all season. Their two losses. Greenback 49-0, similar foe with Oneida. Oliver Springs 34-6. Their two losses, of course, 34-30 to Carter and Gordonsville 21-0. They average 40 points a game. Their opponents average 14. They're 4-2 at home, 3-0 away. Throw this in there too. Keith Henry. As the coach of the Coalfield Yellow Jacks, he was here 13 years. Him and Jared here 13 years. Jared was his defensive coordinator. Had a 115-49 record, 13 playoff appearances, 13 years, 13 playoff appearances here at Coalfield. One state title game appearance, coached two Mr. Football winners here at Coalfield. Great legacy there. Offensively, the Yellow Jackets are going to run a shotgun, one back, two back, spread. They're going to spread you out. They're going to run to that. Cole Hines is going to run the football a lot. He goes off tackle, and then he breaks one cut, takes off with it. Yeah, he's one of their leading rushers. Landon Lau, he's another one of the guys you got to watch out for. Colton Henry is another guy coming out of the backfield. They've got weapons all over the field, guys. Gallion, the receiver, he's a big play guy for them. They run the quarterback keeper a lot. They got a very strong offensive line. And like I said, playmakers all over the field. Defensively, you'll see them in the 50 most of the time. You'll see them jump into that 4-4 some. Cole Hines has played safety for him. Man, he's just a ball hawk. Seen him pick one off against Oliver Springs one-handed, take it to the house about 50 yards. So he's going to be one of their guys on defense. They've got the front seven for Coalfield is the strongest that I've seen. We're going to probably have fits with them. We're going to have to play our best football game tonight, fellas, to come out on top. Really good defensive line, linebacker play, very good overall defense. They've held 5 of their opponents under 100 yards rushing. So that's a tall task for Oneida. Oneida's going to have to establish the run tonight. Keys to the game for Oneida: establish the run, stay away from turnovers and penalties. We've said that all year. We did it against Monterey, our best game of the year, I felt. We've got to do that. We've got to control their running game, and we've got to win the line of scrimmage. We have to do that. Some key stats. The last 3 games, we've had 20 penalties for 191 yards in the last 3 football games. 5 turnovers against Sequoia, 4 turnovers against Rockwood, no turnovers against Monterey, only 4 penalties against Monterey. So we eliminated a lot of those mistakes against Monterey, and we won the football game 20-13. They got a late score to make it that score. Key players for them: Bryson Ridge. He was selected to first annual pilot East-West Rivalry game. Pretty big deal. I think C.J. King is also one of those players on that team. Landon Lau, he had – now these are just some stats against Carter. John L., I think, has got some seasonal stats for us, but these are just against Carter, and I found these online. Landon Lau had 20 tackles, 7 solo, 2.5 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery against Carter. Colton Henry, 12 tackles, 3 solo, 1.5 tackle for loss. Offensively, Cole Hines was 14 of 1,776 yards, 2 touchdowns, 15 rushes, 53 yards, 2 touchdowns. Eli Roberts, 3 receptions, 74 yards. Landon Gallion, 3 receptions, 61 yards, 2 touchdowns. That was all just against Carter. These guys are explosive all over the field, and we got to try to shut them down, man. John, I believe you've got some season stats so far for them.
Yeah, and I think you've sort of hit on it. Cole Hines, of course, the quarterback, he does it all for them. He's their leading rusher. He's also thrown 60% of his passes are completions. He's got 1 interception to 15 touchdowns that he's thrown this year. So doing a good job there. He's also rushed for 5 touchdowns. And then you got Landon Lau and Kanan Boland. They also are in there at over 300 yards rushing, and they all have over a 5-yard rushing the football average. So very good.
All right, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we got a couple of special guests that
special. They are special.
That you're going to have a whole lot of exposure to in the coming months. So be ready for that. We'll get with them when we return on the IH Sports Network.
South Fork Physical Therapy is proud to support the Scott High Highlanders and the Oneida Indians. With offices in both Huntsville and Oneida, one of our 6 doctors of physical therapy are always close by. We regularly treat back and neck pain, general sprains and strains, vertigo or dizziness, TMJ disorders, as well as post-operative patients. We accept all insurances and flexible payment plans are available. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we strive to make your experience accessible, affordable, and enjoyable.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Football makes people happy. At United Cumberland Bank, totally free checking makes our customers happy. If you are not completely satisfied with your checking account, come see me and find out why more Scott Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank. This is Tammy Strunk, new accounts representative, and I would appreciate your business. United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC, $50 minimum deposit to open. Other fees may apply. Ask us for details.
Odds are there's a Potter's Ace Hardware right in your neighborhood, with expert advice and the right tools and supplies to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Potter's Ace has a convenient location on Industrial Lane here in Oneida. Visit the helpful folks at Potter's Ace for all your home improvement needs. Potter's Ace, the helpful place. Odds are there's a Potter's Ace Hardware right in your neighborhood, with expert advice and the right tools.
And welcome back to Coalfield High School. It's the Oneida Indians and Coalfield Yellow Jackets coming up here in just a few minutes. Joining us now, Tim Smith has got a couple of special guests for us.
All right, we are getting closer and closer to time, and after a few weeks ago, Paul Kamakawa called some guys out. We felt like we needed to give them equal time to respond to the accusations that were given by Coach K. And so Coach Marv West, Coach Jacob King join us now. Guys, we're game 10 of football here, but it is getting close to round ball season. And, I mean, we just start thinking of you guys in late October, but you've been working all year round, right? And things have been going good. Let's start with you, Coach West. What about the summer? How'd it go?
Well, we're on our third straight month of practice. We've not let up since this summer. I kid. No, it's going good. We're just got some soccer players back. Our numbers aren't what they've been as far as the number of kids, because we've got a small senior class with just 2 of them, a small junior class with just 2 of them. But we've got 14 kids overall in the program right now, and one little freshman, Lydia Klein, she's out for the season, just had ACL surgery, so we're really at 13 kids, but I couldn't ask for a better bunch to coach. They're fun, they work hard. I have to say very little to them to motivate them to do things, but it's just going to be for us about getting experience this year.
Sub-state exit last year. What's I know you set goals incrementally, but is there a ceiling for this team, do you think?
Well, we try to keep our standard every year as, win district regular season, win district championship, win a region championship, win the sub-state, go to the state tournament, and see what can happen there. And I told them we're not going to change those goals. We didn't change, the schedule looks about the same. It's not any easier than it's ever been. And some people probably think, we're crazy being this young, throwing them to the wolves like that, but I think that's the only way to learn.
Give me a roadblock in district, region, and sub-state. Who's the biggest worry?
Well, the team to beat is Sunbright. Rusty's got, I want to say 6 seniors, maybe 7, and they've all played a lot for 4 years. So I told him this. I said, the pressure's on you this year. This is your year if you're going to get it. And we'll see. I saw them this summer and they looked really good. It's going to be a tough game for us, but I feel like we've got some really good kids too. We've got some kids that nobody knows about, just like we always do. So, but I'm excited about it. It's a new challenge for us. When you lose 10 kids over the last 2 years, like we have, and all of them contributed to the program, I mean, it's just a new challenge for me and them. Kelsey Pike, she's really the only one with a lot of experience for us.
All right, region, sub-state. Who's your big?
I would say region-wise, you're still looking at Sunbright, as the favorite to win the region. think Midway will be a little better. They've been young. Greenback coming into the region. Of course, the region is just our old district plus Greenback, basically.
Okay.
TSD.
So,
in Tennessee school.
but TSD usually doesn't have girls teams, and then North Green's the team to beat up in the other area, and then it'll be between Hampton. Unaca's going to be good this year. We saw them this summer, and also Cloudland, I'm sure, will be back in the mix.
All right, Coach King, your summer and then your road ahead.
Summer was a learning experience. We went to Maryville with only 7 or 8 kids that went. It was tough on them. We played tough competition. We played Cosby. We beat Cosby over there. We played Hampton. They beat us. That'll be the 2 teams that we'll have to worry about come sub-state time. I only got 7 kids right now that don't play football. This will be the youngest team that I've ever had since I've been back at Oneida this time. I've got 1 senior, 3 juniors, and a bunch of sophomores and 2 freshmen, or 3 freshmen, I'm sorry. But the guys that are there right now, they've worked hard, and thing about football and basketball starting before football's over most of the time, I've not had to deal with not having a good number to start a season. This year, we've got 7 kids. But like I said, in our district, I think Oliver Springs is going to be a team that surprises a lot of people. I've seen them this summer. They got everybody back from last year. Joe Lane's always going to be Joe Lane, and then the region runs through Harriman. You know that, but I'm looking forward. I'm excited with these bunch of kids. They know one way to play, and that's play hard. And we had a great summer, and we've had a good off season. Looking forward to starting practice on Monday.
All right. Are you surprised? Now I'm going to switch to a little bit of football here because both you guys have a stake in football. Coach West, of course, your son Tate is a receiver for this team, and we've seen him develop through the year. Did you think this team was going to be 7-2 going into Week 10?
Well, what I do think is there's some talent here. I think there was a lot of inexperience coming into the year. You lose Colby Morgan, who was your workhorse last year, and then you have Ryland to have to step in, TJ stepping in, Matt Brown, and then if Jaden Anderson will come along, I think he's going to be a good running back. He's definitely built for it. You got a lot of receivers out there that can play. Caden's getting better as we go through the year, but I thought they had a chance to be pretty solid. If they could pull out one tonight, this would be a real quality win, comparable to the Monterey win, and I think it would be huge to boost their confidence going into the playoffs.
How many carries are you hoping Jarrett gets tonight, Jake?
I hope he gets as many as he can because I think I mean that. I know what you're going to, maybe the injury thing, but Jarrett needs confidence here to bring over to there. That's what, back when I was in school and the football team, once they come back to practice, they brought an intensity level that we never seen before. And I'm hoping that's what happens this year because, thinking this football team being young, well, it's going to be the same way with basketball. You're going to see a lot of these same guys out here that's been out here on Friday night playing on Tuesday and Friday, playing a lot of minutes for me. Because we're going to try to do something that I've not done in a long time, probably ever. And we're going to play full court as much as we possibly can. That's what we did this summer. So, I'll sub more than I ever have. But I hope the football team goes as far as they can, and we'll survive till they get there. But I'm going to tell you something. This is the toughest schedule that I think me and Coach West have put together in a long time. I mean, the first 3 games I play 2 teams that went to the state and a team that's probably going to go to the state, which is Powell, Pickett County, and can't think of the other one. Kingston. I mean, that's my first 3 games right off the bat.
Yeah, we were smart enough to go to Pickett County to start the year.
Oh, yeah, Birdstown's always nice.
You know us, we're always looking for those easy first games.
That's good. Hey, just want to say a word about Noah because he's not going to be available. Noah had to basically retire in high school, and the guy went all out in everything he did, and I just hate to see him go. I want you to say a word about him.
Noah Buttram brought an energy level to the game that nobody else brought. Some of the times it was amazing what he done, and some of the times I was wondering how crazy he was when he done them. But he was a kid that
he's literally one of them kids that I said, go run through that wall, and he'd go do it. We're going to miss Noah. He did it. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He
I
tried
see.
anyway.
Yeah.
We're going to miss Noah. I'm going to miss him just because he was fun to be around. I mean, he knew when to be serious, and he knew when to cut up and have a good time, and we're going to miss him. I hope he stays around, hangs out with us during the games this year. I'm going to invite him to do that. I know if it was me, it would be hard for me to do that when somebody tells me I can't play anymore, but I'm going to miss him. He was fun to be around, fun to coach.
Well, the word is I'm going to get to see you guys a lot this year. A lot more. You always complain to me that I'm not there enough, so I'm going to pick up on that this year. Look forward to it. I want to thank you for joining us here, and I just want to congratulate you because you're going to have a higher draft pick. The Dolphins are going to now have a higher draft pick than the Falcons. So.
Gosh, how pitiful! How pitiful!
All right. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a break and be back on the i8 Sports Network.
Football makes people happy. At United Cumberland Bank, totally free checking makes our customers happy. If you are not completely satisfied with your checking account, come see me and find out why more Scott Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank. This is Tammy Strunk, new accounts representative, and I would appreciate your business. United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC, $50 minimum deposit to open. Other fees may apply. Ask us for details.
Home improvement doesn't have to break the bank. At Salvage LLC, we have everything you need to finish your new home or to give a makeover to your existing home. From a full line of laminated and vinyl flooring to interior and exterior doors to crown molding and baseboards, start your next home project at Salvage LLC. Stop by and check out our model kitchen setup for ideas on how to take your kitchen from functional to stunning. Salvage LLC is located on Industrial Lane in Oneida. Open 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Find us online at salvagellc.net.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razax. Razax offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razax has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razax on U.S. Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razax, country cooking and great steaks.
A responsible local bank must branch out into the community it serves. At First National Bank, we realize a community bank must be a strong partner with the community. That's why First National Bank doesn't have branches, but roots that are deeply embedded in the fundamentals and foundations set forth in the past, with a vision for fostering the potential for the future. Since 1904, First National Bank has had only one focus: you. First National Bank. Your family, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Coalfield and i8 Sports coverage of high school football. Had a chance to talk to Coach Jimmy May earlier this week. First thing we talked about was what we could expect out of Coalfield offensively this evening.
Coalfield's offense is led by Cole Hines at quarterback. He's a very good player. He's a playmaker for them. Excellent runner at the quarterback position. They run him quite a bit, and he's also a strong passer. Stands up in the pocket well, and if you force him out, he's going to try to make plays. They run a lot of quarterback draws with him. They will run him quite a bit off tackle. They up front they've got a good offensive line led by Bryson Ridge, and the left side left tackle. They have a very good receiver in Eli Roberts, probably their leading receiver. Two good running backs in Boland and Lau. They're going to try to be very physical with you. That's what they've always been in the past. They run a lot of they'll spread you out. They also run two tights in there, so you got to be ready for any kind of offense they're going to come out in. They'll try to mash you, but they also will get out there and throw the ball in space and try to make plays with their skill.
Well, the Indians will definitely have to do something about Coalfield's offense. As Mark pointed out earlier, they've been averaging about 40 points a game. But also, what would the Indians need to do on looking at Coalfield's defense?
The defense is very good and very sound, continuing the things they've done in the past. They're very good up front, also with Ridge leading the way on defensive line. Colton Henry, the linebacker in the middle, makes a lot of plays. Very solid kid, very tough. We've got to make sure we can block these two. Also, other outside linebackers, you know, they're gonna blitz them quite a bit. They're gonna run games with them, and we've got to try to control that and try to make sure we can pass block them well. And try to see if we can move the ball somewhat, try to be able to run it. We also got to be able to throw it, you know, so they can't just load the box up. But it'll be a challenge for us to try to move the ball with them and try to stay in the game and just try to make some plays on our side of the ball. We've got to try to do that and, you know, not play from behind. And we got to just, you know, we've had this trouble in the past, but we're just not having turnovers. We seem to this year be having a lot of problems with turnovers, except for Monterey where we didn't have any. And so if we can just limit the turnovers and play well, we have a chance.
If you remember last week against Sequoia, the Indians had a couple of players that kind of got banged up, so I asked him how we were looking on our injury list.
Well, we got, you know, we had some kids banged up against Sequoia. Ryland Duncan with his shoulder, but he's going to play tomorrow night. On Friday, we held him out of contact this week, but he did all the reps, and you know, he's ready to go. And Landon Lindbergh was had a little harder time coming back. He has a lower back injury. He's stiff, and you know, just got him to walking around and. Did some running yesterday, and then today he participated in full practice, so he ought to be ready to go. And other than that, we should be pretty healthy going into this last game.
All right, so Landon, a little stiff. Now think about him. We talked about he's kind of a shutdown corner now, and we were hoping that he'd be available. And I'd say if Landon doesn't play tonight, it'll be against his wishes. It won't be because he didn't give it his best shot, but we're hoping to see him out there tonight as long as he's healthy. Don't want him playing hurt because there's more important things to do in the days ahead. So, but this is a very important game. Oneida with a win tonight can get a region championship. And I just wanted to share with those that are listening, perhaps there's some here across the way that are picking up the feed, and the folks at home as well in Oneida. Christina Henry just came up to say hey, and she said she carried a message from Pam with her, and they wanted to share it to everyone back in Oneida, to everyone here from Oneida tonight, that they just appreciate everyone and everything that's been done, said, and the prayers that have been prayed for them through this time, and very, very sincere. And just to the point, she said, please make sure you tell everyone how much it means. And so just you'll have to trust us on that. And we look to hear from her at some point down the road if we can.
And also, I know people watching, if you're watching our video feed back home, you've seen something right when we come back in there a while ago. They dedicated the field house to both Keith and Peb. And so that was a very nice thing to do. They worked tirelessly down here getting this program developed and making it what it is today, and that was a good gesture.
All right, you can see the pictures of the rain. That's coming down pretty good here. Going to be off and on. We understand right now pretty good jag of rain coming down as we get ready for kickoff here tonight from Rochelle Field. A lot on the line. A lot for Oneida. A chance at a region championship. It's been a while for the Indians. We'll see how it plays out. We'll have more from Coalfield High School when we return on the IH Sports Network.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Odds are there's a Potter's Ace Hardware right in your neighborhood, with expert advice and the right tools and supplies to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Potter's Ace has a convenient location on Industrial Lane here in Oneida. Visit the helpful folks at Potter's Ace for all your home improvement needs. Potter's Ace, the helpful place.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razak's. Razak's offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razak's has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razak's on U.S. Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razak's, country cooking and great steaks.
Home improvement doesn't have to break the bank. At Salvage LLC, we have everything you need to finish your new home or to give a makeover to your existing home. From a full line of laminated and vinyl flooring to interior and exterior doors to crown molding and baseboards, start your next home project at Salvage LLC. Stop by and check out our model kitchen setup for ideas on how to take your kitchen from functional to stunning. Salvage LLC is located on Industrial Lane in Oneida. Open 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Find us online at salvagellc.net.
Well, Oneida Coalfield's always a big game. Just doesn't matter what the records are. But this year for us, it's if we get into the tiebreaker like it could with Monterey winning, it's for the region championship for us. So it's another region championship game. We've had to win out. This is the third one of three. So it's a big game for us on that, from our point of view right there. And also, it's our oldest rival. I mean, you want to play well and you want to defeat them. They're going to play hard. It's their senior night. Two good teams playing. We're going to have to try to match their intensity because they're going to be ready to play. They're very physical. They're one of those physical teams we play, which they are every year. So we've got to match that. And there's a lot riding on the line for us, whether we want to be the second place team and have one playoff game at home, or being first and trying to have a couple. It's. If we can win, then it really won't matter, besides Monterey beating Wartburg, what Rockwood does. But if we lose and Rockwood wins, then it's going to knock us to second. So it's, from that point of view, it's a big game for us, and it's going to be a playoff game with playoff intensity. So we're looking forward to it.
All right, there was Coach Jimmy May's final thoughts on this one. The rain continues to come down as we await the teams to take the field. And the captains for this game here tonight, the 77th meeting between the Oneida Indians and the Coalfield Yellow Jackets. Oneida with a region championship on the line. Coalfield, they've already won the region. They're just looking to gain momentum going into those single-A playoffs, and they've been so good all year long. So what are you looking for? A ray of hope, a possibility, something to look to as a bright spot, a possibility? We're going to talk about that when we come back. We're going to talk about what does it take for the Indians tonight to get the win here against the Coalfield Yellow Jackets. In the past 30 meetings, there's been 15 Oneida wins and 15 Coalfield wins. In the past 10 years, Coalfield has won 6, Oneida's won 4. In the past 2 years, the past 2 contests that they've played, each team has won. It's been a back-and-forth battle between these two teams, and we'll talk about the matchup, more specifically about these particular two teams tonight when we return as we get set for kickoff of game number 10 of the 2021 football season. It's the Oneida Indians at the Coalfield Yellow Jackets, and it's coming up next on the IH Sports Network.
South Fork Physical Therapy is proud to support the Scott High Highlanders and the Oneida Indians. With offices in both Huntsville and Oneida, one of our 6 doctors of physical therapy are always close by. We regularly treat back and neck pain, general sprains and strains, vertigo or dizziness, TMJ disorders, as well as post-operative patients. We accept all insurances and flexible payment plans are available. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we strive to make your experience accessible, affordable, and enjoyable.
Life is about choices. When it comes to your internet service provider, you've got a choice. Telepage. Telepage is internet service provided by local people you know and trust. Different service plans are available, tailored to provide speeds that fit your everyday needs. Telepage now offers fiber internet in select areas, with plans starting as low as $45.41 per month. Speeds up to 1 gig are available. Call 423-569-8595 for more information. That's Telepage, located at 258 South Main Street in Oneida. Visit telepage.net.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razax. Razax offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razax has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razax on U.S. Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razax, country cooking and great steaks.
A responsible local bank must branch out into the community it serves. At First National Bank, we realize a community bank must be a strong partner with the community. That's why First National Bank doesn't have branches, but roots that are deeply embedded in the fundamentals and foundations set forth in the past, with a vision for fostering the potential for the future. Since 1904, First National Bank has had only one focus: you. First National Bank. Your family, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday, or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Welcome back to IH Sports coverage of Oneida High School football. The Indians getting ready to take the field.
Cheerleaders worked hard this week.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did, yes.
Read that in case nobody can read that at home.
Go ahead, Mark.
Trick or treat. Smell my cleats. Oneida Pride can't be beat.
There you go. So that's the banner to run through. Over at the other end, Coalfield's going to run through a banner honoring their seniors because it is senior night here for the Coalfield Yellow Jackets. We're getting set for the captains. We'll monitor the captains meeting at midfield, but as we do so, let's talk about what it's going to take. Give me
more points than the other team.
Give me the game plan, what you truly think Oneida needs to do tonight to secure a region championship. John, you go first.
I mean, tonight there's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of emotions, I think, that's going to be spilled out on the field, probably more so from the Coalfield side, guys. I mean, to be honest. And but this is a big game. This has always been a big game. I think it's going to take limiting turnovers, limiting penalties, and valuing that football and your possessions and your opportunities. The team that makes the fewest mistakes, guys, it's a cliche, and I know we wear it out, but in a big game like this, the team that makes the fewest mistakes is going to win.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. Here's my take on it. C.J. King, Cameron Kidd, Lorenzo Garcia, Hunter Shoemaker. I think those guys make the difference tonight in the Oneida victory because I think they're going to control the line of scrimmage. And if they play well up front, those front four guys play well up front. And that's the whole defense. We have to play well in limiting Cole Hines and that offense to keep them out of the end zone. I think they're going to come out with some kind of trickeration to begin with to try to get on the board quick and try to get the Indians, behind the eight ball a little bit.
Your question is going to get answered quick. Oneida won the toss. They defer to the second half. So the Indians will be kicking to Coalfield's offense that we talked about, averaging 40 points a game. The Coalfield offense. Oneida averages surrendering 15 points a game. Oneida averages 19 points scored a game. Coalfield averages surrendering 15 points a game.
And I think that's what both teams wanted. I think if you're Coalfield, you want your offense to get the ball first. Now, I don't know if you'd take it if you win the toss, but I think they want the ball. If you're Oneida, you want your defense to go out there and set the tone.
Yep. Watch for some kind of a reverse. Watch for some kind of a halfback pass. Something early, I think, from Coalfield because I think they're going to try to do something like that, to get on the board quick.
Are you saying Jimmy May's going to dial up an onside kick to start this game? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
he's talking about
Mark?
I'm talking about Coalfield.
But would you do that on a wet
No,
field?
I'm saying,
Absolutely.
does it go both ways?
Oh, we're arguing. It's not even kicked off. Be ready at halftime. I've got a little challenge for you. Coalfield and Oneida have met more times in Oneida football history than any other two teams. 77th meeting happening right here. Who are the other 9? Sunbright we gave you earlier. They're number 2 at 60 meetings. Who are the other 8? Think about that. I'm going to see if you guys can peg some of the other 8 as we get down to halftime. And let me say this. If you want some hope for Oneida and some doubt for Coalfield, think about this. Coalfield is 7-2. Those 7 wins, it's not a real strong group. Okay? Now, they've pounded them with a lot of points.
Go ahead and pick.
But you look at those teams, and you don't have – I don't think you have a Monterey or a Rockwood in that lineup.
You are what your record says you are.
Okay. Oneida's going to kick it off with Jaden Anderson. Coalfield in the home black on black with orange stripes, dark orange numerals, black helmets. And here's the kick from Jaden Anderson. It's going to be skidding over to about the 14-yard line. Picked up there on the return. Coalfield up to the 20-yard line, out near the 25, and then taken down. It will be 1st and 10. The Coalfield offense will hit the field, and for Coalfield, that offense, let me run it down for you. Got to get the glasses on, right? Hank trails the center. The guards, Isaiah Sheldon, Alex Farr. The tackles, Braden Burgess and Bryson Ridge. Receivers, Landon Gallion, Eli Roberts, Levi Mullins, and Rommel Conlon. The running back is Landon Lau. The quarterback is Cole Hines. Coached by Benson Napier. Coalfield is going to start off 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line with Hines in the shotgun, a running back to either side. Hines takes the snap. Here's the give, sweeping around the right side to the 30, out to the 35, drug down from behind on the run here. This is going to be Landon Lau, and he's close to first down yardage, just shy. 9-yard carry for Landon Lau on the sweep to the wide side of the field.
Man, and they did a great job of hook blocking the defensive end right there and getting to the outside edge against the Indian defense. I don't think they really believe that they can run between the tackles against the Indians. They're going to try to set the edge, get towards the sideline to pick up their yardage, I believe, tonight.
Oneida very fortunate not to get a horse collar tackle called on us on that very first play.
Kanan Bowling to the right, Lau to the left. Here's the snap. Give to Kanan Bowling off the left side, needing a yard. He's going to have that yard, sheds a tackle, and gets up to the 42-yard line for a first down. For the Coalfield Yellow Jackets, it'll be 1st and 10. Coalfield at their own 42.
Rylan Duncan on the stop. Also Xavier Shoemaker in there making a play. They that initial push, but then the Indians collapsed down on him pretty quick. And look at the digital marker over there for no gain. Digital marker over there on the sideline. Pretty neat stuff.
1st and 10. Coalfield at their own 42-yard line. Hines in the shotgun.
As long as the batteries don't go dead, right?
Bowling to his right. Here's the snap. He's looking to pass. Pumps. Now goes deep down the right side. Ball in the air. It's going to be caught. Was he in bounds?
I think he was.
He was in bounds. Landon Lindbergh.
Wow.
On the coverage. He was there, but the catch is going to be made, and it's going to be a first down for Landon Gallion.
Yeah, and Lindbergh had good coverage on him, turned his head. He just went up and got the football. Good pass. Cole Hines is deadly accurate throwing the football, as we've seen against Carter, 14-17. He's an excellent passer, can throw it all over the field.
Coalfield at the Oneida 33 with a 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, running back to either side. Cole Hines, wide side of the field is to his left, and a hard count and bring Oneida offside. So the 1st and 10 is going to it was the entire Oneida line, by the way, that jumped across. That's going to move the ball down to the 28, make it a first down and 5 for Coalfield at the Oneida 28. First drive of the game, Coalfield with the football, 10:34 to play in the first quarter. They're at the Oneida 28.
Makes it a whole lot easier when it's 1st and 5. Got to be disciplined, got to watch your keys and watch the football. Do not make the mistakes, guys.
From the Oneida 28, Hines takes the snap, hands off. This is going to be off right tackle, down to the 25-yard line, still on his feet, stretching inside the 20, down to the 19. Landon Lau on the carry, and it's a Coalfield first down. The Yellow Jackets chewing up yardage just outside the Oneida 19 now. here on this first drive with 10-20 and ticking in a scoreless first quarter.
Yeah, Colton Darty and also Hunter Shoemaker on the stop, but, man, he's getting big chunks, and they went right at us that time. I think they're taking this a little personal, coming out here and getting almost foot to foot, maybe a foot split, and mashing on us.
1st and 10, just outside the 19. Here's the snap. Give us to Bowling off the left side. He's going to be met at the line, and he's going to be brought down for a gain of maybe a yard, maybe a yard and a half here is what it's going to be. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Keep stepping forward there a little bit. They may get them close to 2.
Yeah. Caleb Harness on the stop on that play. Getting into a little bit of personal battles down there, but in there on the D line, and we got to get away from that. We got to shed those blocks and get on the football, guys.
At the 18 now, Bowling to the right, Lau to the left of Cole Hines from the shotgun. Here's the snap. He's looking to throw. Looking right. Now he's going to run it on the draw. Bounces out to the outside. He's to the 15. He's up to the 10-yard line, submarined under, but he stretches forward close to first down yardage. He needed to get it just outside the 9. He may be inches short here. Based on where the spot is on the near side. Let's see. It looks like it's going to be 3rd down. 3rd and less than a yard now for Coalfield as they are at the Oneida 10-yard line. Inside 9 minutes to play in the first quarter. This is the first possession for the Yellow Jackets.
Very deliberate drive right here, guys. Getting what they want. They've got, 7 guys on the line of scrimmage.
I formation. It looks like Lau in front of Bowling on 3rd and short. Here's the pitch. And sweeping out to the right. Bowling's got first down yardage as he stretches it to the 8-yard line to the 7. It's going to be 1st and goal. On the carry, it is Kanan Bowling, and a 1st and goal for Coalfield at the Oneida 7-yard line.
Shoemaker boys made it to tailback. They're just a little too late. Hunter and Xavier Shoemaker on the stop, and you're right. They've lined up foot to foot, man. They're mashing on us, moving the football down the field inside the 8-yard line.
If you remember a couple of years ago, guys, they did the exact same thing to us.
On the 7, here's the snap. Hines hands to Bowling off the left side. He's hit and dropped. No gain on the play for Kanan Bowling. Quickly in there, Mr. Shoemaker.
Yeah, Xavier had a big game last week. He's been a mainstay on that defense this year. Had a great game last week. Comes back in. He's already got 3 tackles.
That's a loss of a yard. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 8.
It is a loss of a yard and got good penetration. And, you're down inside. You haven't got as much room to operate, so things are going to get a little bit more tight, and Oneida's able to bring a little bit more pressure.
Now from the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Coalfield here on their first drive, bringing a man in motion from right to left. Early movement. Here's the snap. Rolling right, looking to throw, fires into the end zone. It's going to be intercepted. Oneida intercepts it and goes down to a knee in the end zone. It's Ryland Duncan with the interception, and Coalfield with the turnover on their first possession. It'll be Indians football, 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Man, and you don't like to see him with that much time, and Cole Hines in back there to throw the football. That time Ryland Duncan, he was trying to get it about midway through the end zone to an open receiver. Ryland Duncan just kind of floated back there. John jumped up and made the touchdown-saving pick to turn this Coalfield bunch away.
And that's what you got to do as a linebacker. You got to get good depth, and we did, and turned them away. That's big. That's huge right there.
So now Oneida with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. They're going to have Hunter Shoemaker blocking back on the right side, and they just about pulled Coalfield offside there. Ryland Duncan, the running back to the right of Rector. High snap. He hands it off Duncan up the middle. He's blasting across the 20 to the 25, spinning out to the 29. It's a 9-yard carry on first down, matching what Coalfield did. Ryland Duncan for 9, and it will be 2nd and 1. Indians at their own 29. A flag down on the far side. Let's see what this is.
Be devastating if it's against Oneida. It's at the end of the run because where the spot was.
Oh, they signal a first down from the 30. Dead ball, sideline warning.
Against who?
Against Oneida.
Is it for sure?
Yes.
Well, it came from that side.
Yes.
So.
Well, wow, they ain't changed it yet. But
that's a First National Bank first down, by the way. Don't want to miss that.
Well, with the interception, we start from the 20 because the interception happened in the end zone. So the ball's sitting right on the 30. I mean, it's just inching across the 30-yard line. So it is a first down for Oneida.
So now 1st and 10 Indians at their own 30-yard line. Ryland Duncan to the right of Caden Rector. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Slot man to the left. Here's the snap to give Ryland Duncan. This time they rope him in the backfield. He stretches across the line of scrimmage for about half a yard. It will be 2nd and long. With 7 minutes to go in the first quarter, we're scoreless.
And we've had trouble with that all year, is the backside defensive end or outside linebacker coming off the edge and making the play, and they got us that time. Didn't have a chance really to get into the line of scrimmage or into the hole before they had us wrapped up.
Yeah, they're in a 4-man front the last couple of plays, but like you said, bringing pressure from the edge, Mark, and we're real slow right here getting this play in. There is plenty of time on the play clock, but a little bit of confusion in the huddle.
TJ Meredith in at running back to the left of Caden Rector. Tate West comes in motion. Here's the snap, and it's Rector looking on a quick curl. Far side, it's going to be incomplete as he was trying to hit McLaurin Love there, couldn't reel it in, stops the clock for a 3rd and 9 with 6:25 remaining in the first quarter. Oneida needs their own 40 for a first down.
And that's something you don't see often. Had plenty of time to throw. Great pass was thrown in there. Hit McLaurin Love where it needed, and he just couldn't hang on to the football. Wet conditions will come into play, and you see it right there. McLaurin don't drop many.
Yeah, he doesn't, and it looked like he was turning his head upfield before he actually secured the football. Happens all the time with receivers.
2nd down 9, Meredith to the left of Rector. Man comes in motion across the formation for the Indians. It's Hewling. Here's the snap. Rector dropping back. A lot of time looking. Fires across the middle. It's going to be complete. First down. The Indians. Hunter Shoemaker gets a 1st and 10, and it's a First National Bank first down up to the Oneida 43-yard line with 6:17 to play in the first quarter.
And we've talked about it all year long, attacking the middle of the field. It's there. Hunter Shoemaker, big play threat, caught a touchdown last week. We seen him against Northview Academy. We had one, and just missed it, but picks up the first down there.
Mark, we've talked about it for 10 years. John, you agree? I mean, it's true.
25.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line for Oneida from the shotgun. Rector brings Shoemaker in motion across the formation. Here's the snap. Rector hands it off. TJ Meredith trying to pick and choose his way through. Picks up maybe a yard before being stymied and pushed backwards. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, well, I can tell you this. They've watched game film on TJ Meredith. They know what he can do. He's had 3 touchdowns, 2 of them over 70 yards in the last 2 weeks. So they're going to corral him in pretty quick. But you've got two-headed monster there. You got Ryland Duncan. Don't know how bummed up he is with that shoulder. But T.J. Meredith is that quick strike guy, that one-cut guy that gets upfield, and the lightning hits pretty quick with T.J.
Oneida needs the Coalfield 48 on 2nd down and 9 from the shotgun. Rector takes the snap. We've got maybe motion toward the line against the Indians here. They've been close to it a couple of times, and it hasn't been whistled. Let's see if that's what they call. And it is against Oneida. It's going to cost them 5 yards. Don't you think we've gotten away with it a couple of times?
We have, and I believe it's probably a receiver moving, trying to get a step up field.
I thought it was the man in motion.
Yeah, the man in motion started moving toward the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
which was a receiver coming. Coming from the other side, was coming in motion. He just turned upfield just a step too early. And that cost us. Can't have these getting us behind the sticks like this.
2nd down 14. Oneida snaps from their own 38-yard line. From the shotgun, Caden Rector brings man in motion again. Here's the snap. Rector hands it off T.J. Meredith right side. Runs into a wall here. Picked up maybe a yard. But it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 13 now for Oneida again. They need the Coalfield 48 for a first down. Oneida will snap it from their own 39, so 3rd and 14.
And the Coalfield defensive front. And we coming into this ball game, we knew that they was going to be strong. They're showing it right here. They're tough against the run between the tackles. We may need to try to get it on the edge a little bit with TJ.
And I'm looking at this defense, and I don't even know how to describe it, Mark. But we like to throw a center screen in this situation. Don't know if we can do it against this defense.
3rd down 14. Rector in the shotgun. Takes the snap, dropping back. He's looking left, looking down the middle. He's firing. It's going to be incomplete. Looking for McLaurin Love. A little bit behind him on the cut. It would have been shy of the first down. Oneida's going to be forced to punt as each team has now had a possession and come up empty. 4:17 to play here in the first quarter. Coalfield got all the way down to Oneida 7 and turned it over. The Indians get near midfield, but now will have to punt. to the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, but that was good. That was good coverage, and Caden put it about where it needed to be, but it was just a little bit farther outside of his outstretched hands. Couldn't come up with a reception.
So for Coalfield, it's Eli Roberts deep to return. Here's the kick. It's angling toward the sideline away from Roberts. Bounces at the 25 and is going to be downed by Jarek Hewling, or just at the 25. So Coalfield, second possession coming up. Neither team able to crack the scoreboard on their first possessions. They did get first downs. They did move the football. And now with 4:08 to play in the first quarter, Coalfield will take a second crack at it.
And I think it's going to come down to possessions and who makes the most out of the ones they get, guys, the way these first two have shaped up. And Oneida was able to get a couple of first downs, a couple of penalties, put them behind the sticks, and then that's where you don't want to be on a tough night against a good opponent and in bad conditions.
All right, so Cole Hines will be in the shotgun. He'll have Bowling to his right, Lau to his left, a receiver split off to the right, double tight end. Here's the snap, the give, or the fake to Bowling. It's going to be Hines on the keeper. He breaks through the first line, gets across the 30 to the 32 to the 33. He's brought down there, and that's going to be close to first down yardage. But looks like he's going to be shy of it by about 2 yards.
Yes.
So an 8-yard carry for Cole Hines.
Hunter Shoemaker had a chance. He just slipped that tackle, got in on that second level. Landon Lindbergh comes up to make the stop. Man, he's the best athlete on their team, and he just so happens to play quarterback for them.
So Cole Hines now will be under center. He will have Landon Lau as a fullback and Kanan Bowling as the tailback with the receiver split out to the right. Double tight end set, give to Bowling off the right side, following Lau through the hole. He's across the 35 to the 36 with a fresh set of downs for the Coalfield Yellow Jackets on the off-tackle run.
Yeah, looked like Ryland Duncan and also T.J. Meredith come up to make the stop, but that initial surge, he's getting past that. He got up in the hole. Wasn't a whole lot of room to run there, and he got up through that hole and picked up the first down. The Indians just need to keep them held in check.
Now at the 36-yard line with a first down, and it looks like Colton Henry steps in as the tailback here in this formation, I formation. Here's the snap. Give. Colton starts right, back left, and then he's going to be roped down by C.J. King back to the 32-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, brings up a second down and 11.
Yeah, and C.J. needs to have more of those big plays tonight, man. He can take over a football game. He gets it in his head, brother. He can take it over. Big play by C.J. King.
35, my mistake. He's at the 35-yard line with a second down and 11. Colton Henry remains the running back. We saw him win a state championship.
Yes, we did.
In middle school a couple of years ago. He's to the right of the quarterback, Cole Hines. And now Hines takes the snap and fakes to Colton and then tries to hit his receiver on the slant, hits him on it, but he can't reel it in. It's incomplete, going for Landon Gallion, stops the clock. 2:15 to play first quarter and brings up a third down and 11 for Coalfield.
And they like to attack the middle of the field too, man. They do, and he was open. It was the pass a little behind him.
A little bit behind him. It hit him in the back shoulder as he's running through, and it skips up and off. Lindbergh comes up to make the tackle. If he'd have played the football, it could have been an interception maybe. Bang, bang play, though. Hard to make that play when you're coming up to make a tackle, but there was an opportunity there.
Coalfield needs their own 46. They snap from their 35 on a 3rd and 11. Hines takes the snap, fakes to Henry, rolling to his right, a little bit of pressure. Might have been a hold. Now fires. It's going to be, is it complete? It is incomplete. The intended receiver was Landon Lau. Couldn't hang on. It will bring up a 4th and 11, and Coalfield will be forced to punt with 2:04 to play in the first quarter. So the Oneida defense comes up with a stop.
Yeah, we got held. I mean, we had a good pursuit. I couldn't catch the number, but we had a good pursuit from the backside there, getting after Cole Hines, and they grabbed a hold of him. Referee didn't pick it up.
Yeah, it was Duncan. When you get your jersey pulled around your shoulder pad, you know you've been held, right?
Landon Lau to punt, standing at his own 25. We've got Jarek Hewling and T.J. Meredith deep. It's angling toward Jarek, but it's away from him and out of bounds. It will go out of bounds at about the Oneida 36. So pretty good field position to start up. Oneida's second possession coming up. We're scoreless. 2 minutes remain in a first quarter that sees Oneida and Coalfield in a 0-0 battle, and now the second possession for the Indians.
And something that probably going to see tonight also is number 22, Jarek Hewling, in here on offense in some kind of way. Try to get him to football. He's pretty electrifying
Well, he on that one play we completed pass in the middle, Jarrett come out here along the left down the numbers, and he was wide open and just didn't get saw.
Yeah.
Are you his manager?
He's in there wide right now. Indians in a cowboy package now for the first time tonight. Here's the snap, and it's the double wing. The give this time is going to be, let's see, I think the fullback. But to get a little misdirection, faked to the wing, and they give it to Elijah Phillips. Elijah actually pretty good spot. He picks up 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah.
Oneida will snap from their own 37. They need their 45 for a first down.
Brought it across the formation, faked the handoff to him, and up through the middle.
They call that eye candy, right? Give the defense something to look at, and we're excited because we got 2 yards up the middle. I mean, it's been tough going, tough sledding in the middle there. That defense for Coalfield not having any of it.
2nd down and 8, Oneida. From the shotgun, Caden Rector. Shoemaker in motion from left to right. Here's the snap. Rector looking to throw. Fires on the curl. It's going to be complete.
No. Through his hands.
No, incomplete. Oh,
through his hands.
My mistake.
He's getting rid of those gloves.
Jared Hewling. Yeah, he is slinging them off. It looked like he had it for a moment up at the 46. Doesn't reel it in, so it's going to be 3rd down and 8 for the Indians. Again, they need their 45 with 1:11 to play in the first quarter.
I'll tell you one thing that's good to see, though, is Caden Rector's been on tonight. Seems like he's threw the ball where it's needed to be so far.
He's got some mustard on it,
yeah.
You know, and both of those little curl ends have been open, just not been able to get them in.
Weston Love split to the left, Hewling to the right. Shoemaker, the wing back right side from the shotgun. Here's Rector. Takes the snap, looking, pumps, pressure from the right, going deep down the field on the left side. It's going to be McLaurin. Love trying to reel it in, can't get it. A little bit of contact in there, but nothing to throw a flag on. Cole Hines doing a good job defensively, and McLaurin Love had an opportunity. We're not able to reel it in, so Oneida's going to be forced to punt with 1:01 to play in the first quarter.
And I think that's a great no call. That's just a little fighting amongst the safety and you can't call that.
No.
It went both ways, and he had a shot at it though.
They came after the punt the last time, guys. I think they really thought they could get pressure and get in there. Was lucky to get it away. We'll see if they do the same here.
Jaden Anderson at his 25 set to punt this. Eli Roberts is deep. Here's the snap, and Anderson is going to punt it. It angles off to the left. It's going to take an Oneida bounce at the 35, rolls inside the 30, down to the 28, close to the 27, and that's where Coalfield will have it for their 3rd possession with 51 seconds to play here in a first quarter that has seen Coalfield get down inside the Oneida 7 on their first possession. But since then, each team picking up a couple of first downs, but the defense is coming up big early.
Yeah, they have. They both played pretty well. Oneida's, like you said, gave up some yardage in that first drive, but they kind of stiffened and got the interception, and the last drive did a really good job coming out here foot to foot again.
All right.
Coalfield.
No receiver this time.
It's a T formation, the Maryland T. Here's the snap and the give off the right side. This is going to be Landon Lau stretching forward, fighting for yardage as he gets up to about the 34-yard line on the carry. So Lau picking up about 6 yards on first down. It'll be 2nd and 4. And Coalfield may have one more play before this first quarter expires.
And I would say that this is something that the Indians probably hadn't seen.
They're not going to come out of it unless we can stop them.
It's Lau, Bowling, and Colton Henry in the T formation. Here's the give. Bowling off the left side. Kind of a little hesitation, stutter, trying to get first down yardage. I think he's going to have it. He gets up to the 39-yard line, and I believe this is going to be more than enough for a fresh set of downs for the Coalfield Yellow Jackets. It is. They'll move the sticks. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. So we're going to take a break for our sponsors. The end of the first quarter from Coalfield finds the Yellow Jackets 1st and 10 at their own 39. When we come back, your score, it's Oneida 0, Coalfield 0.
Lumber King in Oneida, Tennessee is the region's one-stop shop for everything a DIYer might need. Carhartt apparel, rugged clothing that works as hard as you do. Lumber King Rental Center, a home for not only tools that a construction site might need, but heavy equipment that can get the hardest jobs done in no time. Here at Lumber King, we carry all of the essentials. Let us be your #1 source for everything construction. You can visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee. Because at Lumber King, we deliver.
Life is about choices. When it comes to your internet service provider, you've got a choice. Telepage. Telepage is internet service provided by local people you know and trust. Different service plans are available, tailored to provide speeds that fit your everyday needs. Telepage now offers fiber internet in select areas, with plans starting as low as $45.41 per month. Speeds up to 1 gig are available. Call 423-569-8595 for more information. That's Telepage, located at 258 South Main Street in Oneida. Visit telepage.net.
Welcome back to Oneida football here in Coalfield. The Indians and the Yellow Jackets go to the second quarter, and Coalfield stays in the Maryland T formation at their own 39-yard line. Here's the snap and the give. It's going to be Landon Lau off the right side. Indians stack him up just past the line. He gets a yard, maybe two, here on first down, and it will bring up second and long. Each team unable to crack the scoreboard. This is Coalfield's third possession of the game. So they are now at their own 41-yard line. They got as deep as Oneida's 7-yard line, but were turned away on a Ryland Duncan interception.
Indians come up strong against that run that time. They didn't get a whole lot of push up front. Hunter Shoemaker, Elijah Phillips, Ryland Duncan getting in there to make the stop.
Second down and 8, still in the Maryland T. It's Coalfield from the 41. Here's the snap and the give. Landon Lau. No, they faked to Landon Lau. It's actually going to go to who? Looks like Colton Henry on the carry. Colton takes it up to the 42, close to the 43. So a couple of yards for Colton Henry on the carry. It will make it third down and 6 for Coalfield. They'll snap it from their own 43-yard line, and they need the 49. They'll stay in this Maryland T. Cole Hines will be under center with a trio of running backs behind him.
Better account for the quarterback.
Hines takes the snap. Here's the give, sweeping off to the left side, trying to get it to Bowling. Bowling is going to be brought down on a great play by Landon Limburg. He didn't let him get around the corner, brings him down at the 44. A gain of 1 for Kanan Bowling, and it will be 4th and 5, and will Coalfield punt for a second time. They punted. They had the interception. They punted once, and now this third possession. Let's see. Yes, Landon Lau stepping back in punt formation for Oneida. It is Jarek Hewling and T.J. Meredith deep. Coalfield's punter stands at his 32-yard line with 10-12 remaining here in the first half and ticking. Lau calls for the snap. He's going to punt it away. Good one. It's going to be a good one. Backing up, it's going to be Jarek Hewling. He's got it at the 16. He's up to the 20, sweeping off to the left, makes the cut, 25, a little hesitation for Jarek Hewling, and Oneida will get it up, let's see, to
that's 33.
The 31. Is it the 33? It's hard to tell. They're not lining up here.
I'm looking at the official right here.
Is he lined up? My question. Good return for Jarek, sweeping off to that left side, and it is. John, you're right. It's going to be the 33. Oneida, third possession, starts from their own 33-yard line. Scoreless game, 9:50 to play here in the first half. For the Indians, Ryland Duncan returns to the backfield, or to the trio in the shotgun. Elijah Phillips is back there to the left of Caden Rector. Two receivers right. Here's the snap and give Ryland Duncan over the left side. He's going to be rammed at the line of scrimmage and nothing doing. Might have lost a partial yard there. It's going to be second and long now for the Indians. Coalfield not letting him get around that left side.
Yeah, they're lined up to stop him. They're not going to. Coalfield's not going to let the running game beat them tonight. I don't think. We're going to have to maybe throw the football. And we've done it so far. We just hadn't been able to come up with too many receptions. Caden has got it there.
And I don't know if they're overcommitting to stop the run, Mark. I think they're doing that with a standard four-man front.
They've got a good front seven.
Yeah, their seven is stopping the run. It's not that they're overcommitting to stop it.
Ryland Duncan to the left of Caden Rector on 2nd and 11 from the 32 for Oneida. Here's the snap. Give Ryland Duncan starts right, goes back to his left. Now he's up to the 35. Hesitates. He's at the 40, stretching out near the 44-yard line. It's going to be a First National Bank first down on a good run of improvisation from Ryland Duncan.
Yeah, and it was a huge block out there by the receiver on that side. Didn't get the number, but whoever's over on that left side, heck of a block. He followed that block, cut it back into the inside, didn't go out of bounds, cut it back to the inside, picked up a huge first down for the Indians.
And what they did, they got caught in a stunt, a middle stunt did Coalfield, and we were able to bounce to the outside and went right away from the stunt.
At the 45, it's a 1st and 10. Meredith, the running back, to the left of Caden Rector now. On 1st and 10, a little high snap. He gets it to Meredith, sweeping off to the right side, sheds one man, stretches out to the 49, to the 50. Referee okay? I hope so. slips and falls.
They tripped him.
Looks like he's fine. It's going to be a 5-yard run for T.J. Meredith to midfield. It will be 2nd down and 5 now for the Indians. 8:15 and ticking here. In the first half, we're scoreless. Coalfield got the ball first.
Landon Lau was in the backfield, almost had TJ. TJ spun out of that, was able to get positive yardage.
So from the 50, T.J. Meredith to the right of Caden Rector, who's in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, slot man to the left. That's the wide side of the field. Rector takes the snap, hands to T.J. Meredith off the left side. Meredith trying to get the needed 5 yards. He's got it. It's up across the 45 to the Coalfield 44.5, and it will be a First National Bank first down for T.J. Meredith. Good-looking drive for the Indians here, now into Coalfield territory.
Yeah, blew open a big hole over there on the left side. Good job up front, Indians. Great job of opening that hole for T.J. Meredith. T.J. exploded into that second level and was able to pick up a first down.
Last couple of weeks we've seen T.J. at the line of scrimmage, just like you described it, Mark, the explosion through the hole. If there's a gap, he's going to exploit it.
Oneida just inside the 45 of Coalfield with a 1st and 10. Rector in the shotgun takes the snap, hands T.J. Meredith off the right side. It's another 5 yards for T.J. as he stretches it down inside the 40. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for Oneida as they move the ball to the Coalfield 40-yard line. And 7 minutes to play first half.
This Indian offensive line is doing a good job of moving that front 4 off the line of scrimmage.
Here's the thing. Coalfield plays a lot of guys both ways. Oneida has the luxury of playing guys on the offensive line that don't play on the defensive line. It may be starting to show a little bit right here.
Here's Rylan Duncan with a 2nd, and we'll call it 6 here. That last one went for 4. At the 40, again a high snap. He gives to Duncan, starts right, goes back to his left. Is
still
able
moving.
To make something out of nothing across the 35-yard line down to the 34. It's going to be a First National Bank first down, and I never would have believed it the way that run started out.
Listen, looked like it got blew up in the backfield, and he just kept his feet moving, got his feet back under him, and kept pushing. Great fight. Rylan Duncan to pick up that first down for the Indians.
Oneida at the Coalfield 33.
Duncan's a senior, guys. This is his last rodeo, as you say. And
last Coalfield game.
That's it.
Yeah.
And we're playing for a region championship.
Colton Darty in the slot on the left side. 4 receiver set. Rylan Duncan, the running back, on 1st and 10 at the Coalfield 33. Here's the snap. Rector hands it. Duncan, 30. He's at the 25, cutting to the outside. Now at the 20, he cuts inside, lowers his shoulder, drives forward to the 17-yard line. It's a fresh set of downs. A First National Bank first down for Rylan Duncan at the Coalfield 17-yard line.
Man, what a run by Rylan, and just senior leadership, man. He's just coming out here and showing it. He bounces it, goes kind of outside the end there and bounces it on outside and makes a cut back up inside. Picks up a huge gain, 17 yards on the play.
And I'll go back to it. I think our line is starting to impose a little bit. You know, they're not as quick looking out there as those guys in black right now, and we're starting to impose a little bit on them. And we have switched out Duncan to Meredith, so we got a fresh back in there.
At the 17, T.J. Meredith to the right of Caden Rector on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Give T.J. Meredith left side. They get in and get his feet. Almost as soon as he had it, he's able to stretch and fall forward back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It'll be 2nd and 10 Oneida at the Coalfield 17 as we approach 5 minutes to play in a first half that sees these two teams scoreless.
And that's old Colton Henry, man. He shot in there like a dang bullet, took out TJ's legs right as he got the football. TJ was able to manage to keep his feet long enough to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, double stunt, and they call it up right. And see what Oneida does on 2nd and long. We've been in pretty good position on 2nd down up until this point on this drive.
Meredith to the left of Rector. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right from the shotgun on 2nd and 10. Here's the snap. It's going to be a pitch. Meredith trying to get out to the left side. Coalfield accelerating down. They'll bring him down for little to no gain. Still the line of scrimmage. They tried to go with the quick pitch. The timing was just off. Still getting a little bit of a high snap.
Yep. It's coming out there a little bit high, but Hayden Hicks coming from his outside linebacker position, read that pretty good, was able to get out there on the edge and bring him down. Good job by Coalfield of keeping him corralled in. Didn't pick up any yards.
3rd and 10 Oneida. It would be a 34-yard field goal attempt from the left hash on this play, but Oneida's got a 3rd and 10 at the Coalfield 17, and Rylan Duncan back into the game here. Darty and Love are split off to the right, Hewling to the left. Here on 3rd and 10 at the 17 from the shotgun, Rector. Early start. He takes the snap, fires the pass. It's going to be picked off by Coalfield, but blown dead by a false start by Oneida. So the Indians' mistake, I don't think he would have thrown that or it would have played out the same way. We're just going to say that, okay? Could have been a pick six, though. There, that was close. 3:52 to play. That's going to cost Oneida 5 yards back to the 22, and again, that would cost them, if there was a field goal now, it would be a 39-yarder. The Indians have to have the 7-yard line of Coalfield for a first down. It's 3rd and 15.
Yeah, he may have got baited there a little bit. That cornerback playing a little bit off. Well, he knows the coaching staff and the Coalfield defense know that we like to run those little turnouts on the sideline and throw that ball over there. And he was backed off and run right in front of it there at the very last second.
I don't know if that was Gallion.
That was Gallion. His Landon Gallion that picked that off. But luckily, the penalty, for once, we like to see that penalty.
Yeah. we're all for that.
All for it.
So Oneida at the 22.
Got a little bit of issue here with something.
Clock, I think, perhaps. Next week, Oneida's going to be home for the playoffs. We don't know if they're going to be region champs or second in the region. That's going to be determined right here. But, there's somebody who's been blowing something that sounds almost like a whistle. I've heard that. And they're asking them to stop. So that's a warning from the official. But next week, Oneida is at home. It will either be Cumberland Gap or Happy Valley, depending on where Oneida finishes.
Yeah. And Cumberland Gap is the 3rd seed in that region, with Happy Valley being the 4th. So if we were able to win this game tonight, then Happy Valley will be coming to our place. If not, Cumberland Gap.
Unless Rockwood
falls.
Now a 3rd and 15. Oneida needs the 7. Rylan Duncan to the right of Caden Rector. And now a timeout is going to be asked for. So we're going to take a timeout for our sponsors. When we come back, it's a big 3rd down for the Oneida Indians. Your score is Oneida 0, Coalfield 0.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Welcome back to IH Sports coverage of Oneida High School football. We're still deadlocked. Nobody scored yet in this game, but the Indians have hopes of doing so here on the next play or two.
This has been the quickest moving game we've had all year long. Both teams pretty effective in moving the football at times.
Clean game.
Right. Oneida now with, though, a 3rd and 17, or I'm sorry, 3rd and 15 at the 22 of Coalfield. They need the 7 from the shotgun. Slot man left comes in motion. Now 3 receivers right. Here's the snap. Caden Rector rolling to his right. He's looking. He fires, and it's going to be incomplete. Had a man breaking on the football. Had a chance at it. Couldn't reel it in. So now it's a 39-yard field goal attempt if you try it from the left hash mark for Aiden Love, or you go for it on 4th and 15.
Yeah, Brock Jones made a good play on the football. Got his hands up there. I believe he might have touched it. Hunter Shoemaker had a shot.
All right, decision-making Indians.
3:30 left to go in the half. I think you got to kick it right here.
Nah.
I think what he's going to do is let him get up here and take a timeout. No, that ain't happening either, so here we go.
All right, from the shotgun, 4th and 15. Oneida's got to have the 7. Caden Rector in the shotgun, Rylan Duncan to his right. Here's the snap. Rector rolling to his right. Hesitation. Rector looks, fires. It's going to be complete at the 10. McLaurin Love is going to be taken down there. Flag comes in on the backside, though. And Mark thinks it's a late hit.
Looks like they're going to call pass interference or blocking the back.
No, it's a late hit on the quarterback.
Well, it's a reception for McLaurin Love up to the 10. So that would be a 12-yard reception for McLaurin Love.
This is going to be a personal foul, probably be automatic first down.
Yes, there's the signal from the official.
Bang.
Personal foul. roughing the passer against Coalfield.
That is huge.
Do you tack that on to the end of the play?
No.
No, you can only take one or the other.
I'm taking
automatic
both.
First down.
I want to take both.
Well, they're stepping it off.
Oh, are they?
Oh, they are.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's a
okay.
It happened after the
reception.
I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I told
well,
you.
it's at the 5, folks. Let's just clear that up.
That's all that matters.
First and goal at the 5 now for the Indians with 3:19 and ticking in this game.
Wow.
It will be Caden Rector under center. Elijah Phillips leading the I formation from the fullback slot with Ryland Duncan behind him. Oneida's got 4 plays from the 5. Coalfield lining up strong. Here's the snap and to give Ryland Duncan left side. They hit him low. He tumbles forward. Not much there. It's going to be second and goal from the 5.
No, you need to get your dadgum. Do that 3 more times.
Was you censoring yourself?
Yeah, you got to get foot to foot here and just mash it. Try to mash it inside.
We just did that, Mark.
And it didn't work, I know, but you got to
so
do it.
what? Are you mad or are you not
I'm
mad?
mad because we didn't score on that play.
I got a score for you here coming up after this play, guys.
Second and goal from the 5. McLaurin Love wide left. A tight end on either side, of I formation. Phillips in front of Ryland Duncan. At the 2:25 mark, here's Caden Rector taking the snap on second and goal, gives it to Duncan. He's down the middle. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ryland Duncan off the right side for the Indians score.
Did I call it or did I call it?
Mark?
You got to keep going right at them. You get in there behind old number 78 who's lined up at the right guard, John L. What happens when you get in behind old 78? You score a touchdown.
Well, we done got him fired up now. He got what he wanted. All of Oneida got what they wanted, a touchdown.
Now the extra point attempt, the hold by McLaurin Love, the kick from Aiden Love, and this kick is good. Timeout on the field. We'll take the break with your score. It is the Oneida Indians 7, the Coalfield Yellow Jackets 0.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Yeah, old number 17.
Life is about choices. When it comes
to run through there, John.
Oneida was able to close up those gaps. You heard the that was me. It looked like he did have a lane, and luckily we closed it down quick and was able to get him on the ground.
When last we saw the Yellow Jackets, they were in the Maryland T. Now they are back into a shotgun formation with Lau to one side and Bowling to the other.
They're about to let Lau go to work right here, guys.
Cole Hines, 3 receivers on 1st and 10. Takes the snap, fires out wide to the right side. Catch is made up to the 35-yard line, stretching to the 37. And this will be a gain of right at 4 yards on the reception to Collins. Mullins. Levi Mullins making the catch. It's going to go for 5 yards up to the 38, we'll call it, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 5. Clock is ticking. Coalfield huddles. Now they'll break it. And they'll have Lau to the left, Bowling to the right. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Hines on 2nd and 5 takes the snap, looking left, fires long across the field. Catch is going to be made, and it's going to be dropped at about the 49-yard line. This time making the reception, Eli Roberts up near midfield to the Coalfield 49 with 1:28 on the first half clock. Oneida leads 7-0. Coalfield in the hurry-up offense here, huddling.
And they caught the ball, and we was 7 yards off of him when he caught the football. Come up, and Landon Lindbergh comes up to make the play.
We're playing the clock right here, guys. We're just trying to play a little bit of prevent.
Hines from the shotgun, takes the snap, looking to throw again, pumps. Now he wants to flush out of there, darts, gets to the 50-yard line, sweeping across, and out of bounds stretches the football as he goes out, stopping the clock with 1 minute and 1 second on it. He gets up to the Oneida 43-yard line.
And that's when he's the most dangerous. Cole Hines is the most dangerous when things break down in the pocket for him. He got some rush right there, found a little seam, and took off.
That's a great point, Mark. And our defensive ends and even our interior guys, instead of rushing straight up the field, we just need to kind of keep that pocket intact and try to keep him in there and make him feel like he can stand, but he can also stand in there and hurt you.
2nd and 3 at the Oneida 44 with a minute to play in this first half. Oneida leads 7-0. Here's the snap. Hines dropping back, wants to set up the screen, lobs it up. It's going to be complete. Landon Lau over the left side. Lau to the 35, still on his feet, down to the 30. Nicely done by Coalfield. The screen to the wide side of the field and a fresh set of downs for the Yellow Jackets now at the Oneida 30. Clock runs inside 50 seconds.
Yeah, you gotta feel that. When you're that front four, you gotta feel that when they're setting up the dadgum screen pass. You just don't run free like that.
Oh, a lot of time off the clock, and then Coalfield calls a timeout. 43 seconds to play. We'll take the break. Your score is Oneida 7, Coalfield 0.
Odds are there's a Potter's Ace Hardware right in your neighborhood, with expert advice and the right tools and supplies to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Potter's Ace has a convenient location on Industrial Lane here in Oneida. Visit the helpful folks at Potter's Ace for all your home improvement needs. Potter's Ace, the helpful place.
Welcome back to IH Sports coverage of Oneida High School football. As with 43 seconds left to go until halftime, Coalfield is threatening on the Indian 30.
Out of a Coalfield timeout, the Yellow Jackets break huddle. Cole Hines been dumping passes at or near the line of scrimmage for the most part here on this drive. He's got the Yellow Jackets to the Oneida 30 with a 1st and 10. He's in the shotgun. Lau to his left, Bowling to his right. Tight set here. Here's the snap. Hines dropping back, looking. Wants to get the flare down the right sideline. It's going to be incomplete. He's looking for Bowling. Couldn't get to him, and it stops the clock with 37 seconds remaining.
Yeah, he never seen him, John.
One of his tailback came out of the backfield and did a flood to the left side. Nobody went with him. He was standing down here at the 10-yard line.
He was 30 yards wide open.
Yep, nobody went with him.
What do you bet they do that again?
Well, Lindbergh's coming over here now. I don't know what happened, but nobody went with him.
Yeah, Lindbergh and Colton Darty talking back and forth, and somebody's got to pick that guy up.
Here we go on 2nd down and 10 at the Oneida 30. Here's the snap. Hines dropping back, and he's going to go with the draw play. And C.J. King slows him down. He stretches down inside the 30 to the 27 to the – yeah, that's where it's going to be, 27-yard line. They're going to have to burn a timeout with 29 seconds to play. We'll burn one, too. Your score is Oneida 7, Coalfield 0.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Welcome back to Coalfield with 29 seconds left to play in this one. Coalfield has it 3rd down, 8, Tim.
They're at the Oneida 28-yard line. They're out of timeouts. So Coach Benson Napier calls his troops over and is probably giving them more than one play here as Cole Hines breaks huddle. This time he'll have Landon Lau to his right. 2 receivers off to the left, 3 to the right. So Oneida trying to get ready for this. And on 3rd down and 8, Cole Hines taking the snap,
right there,
dropping back, fires as he's hit down the middle. It's going to be tipped away, incomplete. Was that backpedaling? Colton Darty knocked away a possibly sure touchdown pass with the deflection. It's 4th down now for Coalfield, 4th and 8 at the Oneida 28.
And he threw the ball. The ball came out high, because of Hunter Shoemaker. Hunter Shoemaker got back there in the backfield and drilled the quarterback, and Cole Hines, he threw the ball. Colton Daugherty made a heck of a play on it.
Boy, that was close. Tucker West was the man that would have been open, but Colton Daugherty knocked the ball away. So here it is, 4th and 8. They got to have the 20 for a fresh set of downs. No timeouts remain. 24 seconds to play in the first half. Down 7-0. Cole Hines takes the snap. Rolling to his right. He's got pressure. He stops. He fires down the middle. It's going to be complete. Touchdown, Coalfield. The Indians lose their man in the end zone. And Cole Hines on 4th and 8 finds his man, Landon Gallion, for the touchdown. It's a 28-yard strike.
Yeah, it looked like Lindbergh got turned around over there. He did a crossing route in the back of the end zone, and he got Lindbergh turned around, and he got in the back of the end zone, made a heck of a play, heck of a throw by Cole Hines.
This is going to be interesting because he was barely making these in warm-ups, guys.
So the extra point attempt from the Coalfield Yellow Jackets. Here's the snap, the hold. The kick is no good. It's blocked. It is blocked, so Oneida maintains the lead. As we take the break, we tell you the score is the Oneida Indians 7 and the Coalfield Yellow Jackets 6.
Lumber King in Oneida, Tennessee is the region's one-stop shop for everything a DIYer might need. Carhartt apparel, rugged clothing that works as hard as you do. Lumber King Rental Center, a home for not only tools that a construction site might need, but heavy equipment that can get the hardest job done in no time. Here at Lumber King, we carry all of the essentials. Let us be your #1 source for everything construction. You can visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee. Because at Lumber King, we deliver.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the side.
Until the halftime, the Indians will be getting the football, looking for a big return here maybe.
Well, that's what Oneida fans would be hoping for, certainly here. If they could possibly get it. Here's the kickoff from Coalfield. Oneida leads 7-6. And the catch made it to 11, to the 10, to the 15, out to the 20, to the 22-yard line with 12.4 seconds remaining.
You got the lead, 7-6. You're going to get the ball to start the second half, or you're going to take a knee here. They ain't got no timeouts. I think we're going to go to halftime, right?
Yeah, I think you got to. You just take a knee here, go back, go in the locker room, regroup. And you hate giving up that late touchdown, man. You had them stopped. It was 3rd down and long yardage.
4th down.
4th down and long yardage. And man, those things can happen. We've done a pretty good job of holding this bunch, but Cole Hines threw it where it needed to be, and the receiver just did a good job.
With no timeouts, I was about to make the comment right before the play, and it took off. You got to protect the end zone more than you got to protect against the first down. They had no timeouts. Let them throw it underneath.
The Indians are just going to snap it out and go to halftime if the clock starts.
Well, there's a penalty, and I think they may have jumped.
Okay. We can decline it, and clock will start, right? And if that's your intention.
It's a dead ball.
Oh, okay. All right, Kevin, did you update that score?
We'll do it here at halftime. Make everybody hang around, wait on it. It's a big score we've got coming up.
All right.
Oh, they're riveted at home. They ain't going nowhere.
Now Oneida will snap it out and go to the locker room. The Indians have the lead after 2 quarters here in Coalfield. Oneida slated to get the ball to start the second half. So we go to halftime, and we'll take the break, telling you the score at the end of this first half. It is Oneida 7, Coalfield 6.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Football makes people happy. At United Cumberland Bank, totally free checking makes our customers happy. If you are not completely satisfied with your checking account, come see me and find out why more Scott Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank. This is Tammy Strunk, new accounts representative. and I would appreciate your business. United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC, $50 minimum deposit to open. Other fees may apply. Ask us for details.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Home improvement doesn't have to break the bank. At Salvage LLC, we have everything you need to finish your new home or to give a makeover to your existing home. From a full line of laminated and vinyl flooring to interior and exterior doors to crown molding and baseboards, start your next home project at Salvage LLC. Stop by and check out our model kitchen setup for ideas on how to take your kitchen from functional to stunning. Salvage LLC is located on Industrial Lane in Oneida. Open 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Find us online at salvagellc.net.
Welcome back to halftime here in Coalfield. Night's sports coverage of Oneida High School football. The Indians lead the Coalfield Yellow Jackets 7-6 here at halftime. Very interesting score come along. This is late in the second quarter. The Rockwood Tigers had the lead a while ago, but York goes down, drives, and actually gets a two-point conversion to tie it up at 14. So Rockwood and York are currently tied at 14 in the second quarter. So the Dragons doing a good job of trying to help us out.
Crazy week 10. The scoring here in this one. It was Coalfield receiving the opening kickoff and just knifing through the Indian defense from 20 to 20. They take it down the field, get to the Indian 7-yard line, and then on third down and goal, they roll to the right with Cole Hines, and he throws it into the end zone, but Ryland Duncan is there to intercept it and take a knee, and they stop the Coalfield threat in the first quarter. From that point, the Indians and the Yellow Jackets traded some possessions, each one picking up some first downs, but not really doing any damage to put any fear into the other team until late in the second quarter when Oneida put together an outstanding drive. Big runs from Ryland Duncan and T.J. Meredith picking up 5-yard chunks at a time till the Indians finally get down inside the Coalfield 20, but then a penalty and some problems, and the Indians have a third down and 17 at the Coalfield 22-yard line. We're talking about they had a fourth down and 15 at the 22-yard line. We're talking about, should you attempt the field goal here? Do you go for it here? What are you going to do? Well, what they did was they went for it. And Caden Rector rolled to his right, unleashed the pass. It was complete to McLaurin Love, 3 yards shy of what was needed for the first down, but a flag came in at the end of the play. Caden Rector was hit late. Roughing the passer was called, and the penalty was tacked on from the 10 to the 5. Oneida on second and goal from the 5. Punched it in with Ryland Duncan, and with 2:18 to play in the first half, the extra point was good from Aiden Love, and Oneida led 7-0. So all they had to do was keep Coalfield out of the end zone for 2 minutes and 18 seconds. But the Yellow Jackets had other things in mind. On the arm of Cole Hines, mostly short passes moving across midfield down to the Oneida 30, but then the drive stalls out. The defense is stepping up, and it's 4th down and 8 for Cole Hines at the Oneida 28-yard line. Under pressure, he's rolling to his left. A man about to hammer him. He throws it up to the middle of the end zone, and he finds his intended receiver on the other end, Landon Gallion. Oneida's corner had slipped on the way to try to recover to get to him. Gallion hauls in the 28-yard touchdown pass, but the extra point attempt is no good by Luke Treese. And so Oneida holds a 1-point edge here at the half with the Indians slated to get the ball to start the second half. It's Oneida 7, Coalfield 6.
Yeah, great first half of football here. Back and forth. Both teams move the football pretty well between the 20s. Both teams get inside the 10. Oneida's able to punch it in. They first drive of the game for Coalfield. The Indians is able to hold them out, and the Indians come back and wasn't able to get them on 4th down there. But what a great football game this has been so far. Now I want to say something to my dad out there. He's one of our our most avid listeners. He listens to us and watches us every week, and it's his birthday today. He turned 74 years old today, and I want to tell him happy birthday, Dad, and I love you. Just wanted to say that.
Well, if you're going to do that, it was my sister's birthday yesterday, Denise, and she turned 74 yesterday.
Oh,
yeah, you better be able to run 74 miles an hour next time you get near her. Happy birthday, Denise. Happy birthday, Jerry.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. And, by the way, looks like we got a big audience out there tonight. Folks from all around watching this one. We appreciate that. If you know somebody that would like to be watching this one, let them know. YouTube, Facebook, ihsports.net is where you can find this game. And also, last week we did a shout-out with Coach Jimmy May to Amanda and Zeke up in Virginia Beach, and granddaughter Ariana. Oh, I'm going. I went out on a
be
limb.
in trouble for that.
That's right.
Well,
Greg Miller. I talked to Greg Miller most of the time.
Aurora. Thank you, John.
On Friday, and Greg Miller listens to us every week, takes in the broadcast, takes in the pregame, but his mom was tuning in tonight, and she was wanting to listen. So that's someone else that's – go ahead.
And big shout-outs here at halftime. Ben Garrett, Greg Bond giving us the ability to bring this to you. Kevin, what you got?
Well, since you all got this ball rolling, my son Ryan in Texas is watching the game tonight as well. So I want to say hi to him.
Well, Kevin Bird. There's another. Kevin and Marlon Bird.
All right.
Hey, them guys and my brother Jerry. Let's keep going. Hey, we got a lot of people that are able to do this because of Ben.
We just got confirmation it is Aurora.
Aurora.
And I want to have to give a shout-out to this. Laura Ward is manning our control center in Winfield. She's monitoring the broadcast, making sure sound and everything sounds right. And she's also keeping me updated on the scores with York. Now, York was the one that actually – I must have said that a while ago. York was the one that had the 14-6 lead. And Rockwood had to score and go for two, and it's tied at halftime.
A lot of things take place in Winfield. I mean, that's the center of the universe.
Okay.
That's because you live there.
As you understand.
Yes.
Winfield rules.
All right. So, again, we want to especially want to go back and thank Zeke and Amanda and Aurora up in Virginia Beach.
There you go.
Watching us tonight. We'll take a break. Be back. John's got stats coming up. Your halftime score. It's Oneida 7, Coalfield 6.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razak's. Razak's offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razak's has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razak's on U.S. Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razak's. Country cooking and great steaks.
Life is about choices. When it comes to your internet service provider, you've got a choice. Telepage. Telepage is internet service provided by local people you know and trust. Different service plans are available, tailored to provide speeds that fit your everyday needs. Telepage now offers fiber internet in select areas, with plans starting as low as $45.41 per month. Speeds up to 1 gig are available. Call 423-569-8595 for more information. That's Telepage, located at 258 South Main Street in Oneida. Visit telepage.net.
Football makes people happy. At United Cumberland Bank, totally free checking makes our customers happy. If you are not completely satisfied with your checking account, come see me and find out why more Scott Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank. This is Tammy Strunk, new accounts representative, and I would appreciate your business. United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC. $50 minimum deposit to open. Other fees may apply. Ask us for details.
Welcome back to Coalfield as the Indians enjoy a 1-point lead, 7-6 over the Coalfield Yellow Jackets here at halftime. John L. Strunk has our first half offensive statistics.
I do, and hopefully they're halfway right. Coalfield, Lau, he rushed 5 times for 29 yards. Hines 4 times for 25 yards. Bowling had 6 carries for 11 yards, and Henry had 2 carries for 1. That brings their total rushing 17 carries, 66 yards in the first half. Passing, Hines was 5 of 9 with an interception. He had a total of 84 yards through the air. Of course, that touchdown right before the half. So that gives him a total offense of 150 yards. Oneida, Duncan had 8 carries for 53 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Meredith, 7 carries for 17 yards. Sure felt like Meredith had a bunch more yards than that. Phillips had a carry for 2. So that brought total 15 for 72 yards on the ground and a score for Oneida. Through the air, a little bit of a struggle tonight for Oneida through the air. Had 1 completion out of 4 attempts, 13 yards. That went to Shoemaker. So total offense for Oneida in the first half, 85 yards. So 150 yards for Coalfield, 85 for Oneida. Really the bulk of that went to Coalfield. Got to start the game with a possession. They end the game with a possession, and they drove down the field to score. So that's the difference in the offensive output, I believe, at this point. So you look a little bit at penalties. Oneida did what they needed to do. We talked about that, penalties and turnovers. Oneida had no turnovers. There was an interception by Coalfield, the only turnover for them. Penalties, Oneida had 3 for 15. Coalfield had 2 for 13. Of course, the killer for them was the roughing the passer that kept our drive alive that we scored on a 4th down play that came up short. That extended that drive. So very close competitive game, and it reflects on the scoreboard, guys, 7-6 as we sit here at halftime. A few minutes to go before second half play starts.
Now, the only thing you might want to look at that you have to look at here starting the second half that would be a big confidence booster for Coalfield, they were able to take the ball and in just 2 minutes drive down and score, which they hadn't done all night. I mean, they got down there close earlier with the turnover, but to go in at halftime, drive basically 60-something yards there, and score with 2 minutes left to go in the game, that's got to be a big confidence booster for them.
You know, we went into a little bit of a prevent. We were playing off a little bit. When they started their drive, they were deep in their own territory, only 2 minutes left. We didn't want to give up the big play. We let them throw it underneath. They threw the underneath center screen that went for a good chunk. Once they got on down close to the 30, we tightened it up a little bit. We got them into a 4th and 8, and then they dropped back and dropped one in on us for a touchdown. Just a little bit of a breakdown in the secondary. It's unfortunate, but yes, you're exactly right. Does that mean anything? I don't know if they'll go more to the passing game or not. We kind of held it in check in the first half. The big thing for us is to take this opening third-quarter drive and put it in the end zone. That would set the tone for the second half and put the pressure squarely on Coalfield to feel like they got to score some points.
And, of course, you look at it on the other side of the football field. Of course, for us Indian fans, it took virtually the whole half before Coalfield ever put any points on the board. So our defense is playing very, very well.
Our defense has played well. They took the opening drive, did Coalfield, drove it the length of drove it all the way down the field, about a 70-yard drive, and we looked like they were going in for a score, and we intercepted in the end zone to turn them away. And from there, it was just a back-and-forth affair until Oneida was able to go up with the first score of the ball game and go up 7-0 with a little over 2 minutes to play before halftime, and we kick it back to them thinking, hey, we're in good position here, hold them to half, we get the ball to start second half. Coalfield was having none of it. They drove straight down the field and made this thing interesting, 7-6, as I said, right before the halftime horn. So getting ready for second half action.
All right, we'll go ahead and take another break, and we'll come back for the start of the second half of this one. At halftime, the Indians lead the Coalfield Yellow Jackets by a score of 7-6.
Football makes people happy. At United Cumberland Bank, totally free checking makes our customers happy. If you are not completely satisfied with your checking account, come see me and find out why more Scott Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank. This is Tammy Strunk, new accounts representative, and I would appreciate your business. United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC, $50 minimum deposit to open. Other fees may apply. Ask us for details.
A responsible local bank must branch out into the community it serves. At First National Bank, we realize a community bank must be a strong partner with the community. That's why First National Bank doesn't have branches, but roots that are deeply embedded in the fundamentals and foundations set forth in the past, with a vision for fostering the potential for the future. Since 1904, First National Bank has had only one focus: you. First National Bank. Your family, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razax. Razax offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razax has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razax on U.S. Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razax. Country cooking and great steaks.
Welcome back. We've got about another minute and a half before the start of the second half. The Indians lead at 7-6. Tim?
Hayden Hicks going to kick it off. Coalfield's ready to kick it off, but they got to let the clock wind down. Next week will be audio only, unless you've got somebody out there you know that would be able to convince the TSSAA to let us do that game. It would cost about $700 to convince them.
And that's just the rights.
Mark's not here right now. I'm kicking him in for at least three-quarters of that.
To stream it. But if we don't have the video stream, we will have the audio stream next week for Oneida's home playoff game. By the way, we talked about Coalfield and Oneida have met 77 times. Second place, Sunbright's met 60 times with Oneida. Who's third place on the list? Well, we're not going to let Mark play because Raymond Thompson gave him all the answers in a text message, and I'm working off Raymond's stuff anyway. I wouldn't know it if it wasn't for Raymond Thompson. So who's third? Who's third on the list, guys?
You know, I'm going to take a stab.
Might be old district opponent.
Yeah, is Wartburg in there somewhere?
They're fourth.
Okay.
At 56. They're tied for third, okay? They're tied with Jellicoe.
Okay, so I was going to guess Jellicoe next, but anyway, I'll move on. How about Oliver Springs?
They're on the list.
I'll go Oakdale.
Oakdale is next.
I mean, you got to throw in all those old district opponents, like Kevin said, and
Greenback follows. They're number 6.
Okay.
York is 7th.
Really? We talked about that earlier in the year, how it used to be an old
Oliver
rival.
Springs is 8th. Huntsville is 9th. That hadn't been played in a while, but that's 31 meetings. Jacksboro and Harriman. There you go. I don't know if John Branham's listening to the stream out there, but he played for Jacksboro, so just in case he is, hello to John.
I played in the first Oneida Greenback game, so how old am I?
Kevin, you're dating yourself.
Well, that's the only way I can get it.
No one else will. You beat me to it. All right. Here is the kickoff.
I left it wide open.
Coming from Hayden Hicks. And Oneida with a couple of men deep to return on this. Hicks. A nice high end-over-ending kick. Fielded by Oneida at the 5, up to the 10, sweeping out 15, looking for an alley to cut up into. Flag comes in on the backside as this is going to be Meredith taking it up the left side, but flags are down. And Meredith returns it up to the 46-yard line, but it's probably all for naught. It's coming back. The flags were thrown back at the Oneida 18-yard line. So negates the big return. And now the Indians, they get the ball, yes, to start the second half, but it will be inside their 10. Oneida leads 7-6.
That's all right, Mark. And Mark's over here looking at his phone trying to find that. And we done it, Mark, so you're out of luck.
Who is it? What did you say?
Yeah, like you don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so that's going to move the Indians. Let's see.
Should be back at the 9.
Yep, I think it's inside the 10, just inside the 10 for Oneida here.
Not how you want to start the half. So we just gave up 35, 37 yards right there. That's what that penalty really cost us.
But he may not have got there if not for the hold, right? So Here we go. Shotgun, Caden Rector from inside his 10 with Rylan Duncan to his left. On 1st and 10, Rector hands it off to Rylan Duncan, starts right, goes back to his left, and not much there for Ryland Duncan. Gets the clock started here in the third quarter with Oneida leading 7-6.
Yeah, they're going to try to establish probably Ryland Duncan again here in the second half, and he had a couple of big runs there in the first, picked up a couple of big first downs, and plus you don't want to make any kind of a monumental mistake down here throwing the football.
That was a loss back inside the 9. So it's 2nd and 11. Duncan to the left of Caden Rector. Here's the snap. Fakes to Duncan. Rector keeps it around the left side. Flag comes in on the back side. It was away from the play. Let's see what the call is.
I think it's going to be another hold, guys.
Usually backside, it's what you get.
Well, Coalfield, they're declining it. They want the third down and long. I don't blame them.
No, I don't blame them either. Their defenses came out fired up, and Indians hurting herself right now.
You know, we're deep in our own territory, starting at basically the 10-yard line, and when we scored, we got foot to foot and just mashed on them. I don't know why you don't maybe do that and come out and establish some field position. Now we're 3rd and 11 from our own 9.
Indians need the 20 for a first down. In the huddle now with 18 seconds on the play clock. Start of the second half. It's not very good so far for the Indians. Caden Rector in the shotgun. Looks like TJ Meredith to his left. Rector on 3rd and 11. Takes the snap. Looking. Fires the pass. It's going to be incomplete. Intended for McLaurin Love. Broken on and broken up by the Coalfield cornerback over on this side, and that's going to be Levi Mullins with the pass breakup. Oneida will have to punt from their end zone.
And Mullins has made a couple of big plays like that in the Coalfield secondary tonight and comes up to make another one. If we can keep getting him to bite on that play, maybe turn in like that and then maybe take one down the field later in the ball game.
Eli Roberts at the Oneida 40 to retrieve this punt. Now, Coalfield's been coming after it tonight and getting close. Anderson from the end zone. Snap goes off his helmet, and it's going to be a safety. So Coalfield flips the score and takes the lead.
We've done it to ourselves. I mean, that was just – and I could see, for some reason, I could see that coming. We had a little bit of trouble handling the snap the last time we punted the football. That ball is slick, and it went right through his hands and hit him in the helmet, and he got on. Luckily, he got on it, 2 points, but they get the football back here, guys. We've got to come up big defensively here.
So Oneida goes from up a point to down a point.
Up a point, get the ball to start the half. You start out with a return with a penalty, puts you deep in your own territory, and then you drive the train right off the tracks from there. I mean, Oneida just shot itself in the foot, and wow.
Roberts deep to return. He's about his own 35-yard line as the Indians will have to kick it from their 20. Jaden Anderson to kick it.
And they've been close to busting on these returns. We got to be careful.
Coalfield grabbed that late momentum in the first half, and it's carried over. Here's Anderson making his way to the football.
Good kick.
And it's going to be backpedaling. Coalfield fields it at the 36. Works left to the 40. To the 45-yard line and spins off a man, but is then eventually taken down. On the return here for Coalfield, it's going to be Rommel Conlon. And Coalfield, who now goes up a point, first lead of the night for the Yellow Jackets. They lead 8-7, and they have the football at their own 46-yard line, sitting pretty.
Yeah, they had a pretty good wall right there. Jarek Hewling was able to come in and bust through it and make the tackle, but starting real good field position here on the 46-yard line, almost the 50-yard stripe. Indian defense needs to come up and make a play, John.
Got to. I mean, definitely need that to happen, Mark.
Cole Hines got hot late throwing the football in that first half, and now he's in the shotgun here, looking to throw. Firing off to the right side, bounces it out to the receiver, incomplete, and a flag comes in on the backside. Let's see what this is.
It's got to be a hold.
Coalfield says it's against Oneida.
It's hands to the face, I believe, and it's going to be on Oneida.
So another that's an incomplete pass, but it's going to be a personal foul against Oneida. So It's almost, if this were basketball, Coach West or Coach King would call a timeout with his team right now. You don't do that in football usually. But things not going Oneida's way, and a lot of it is they're doing right now, making some mistakes. And now they see Coalfield inside their 40, and Coalfield's on the football, ready to try to take advantage of this. 1st and 10 inside the Oneida 40. Cole Hines takes the snap, hands it off. Bowling, Kanan Bowling sweeping off to the left, cuts inside. He's down to the 32 or 33-yard line on the carry. Kanan Bowling is going to pick up here about 6 yards on first down. 5 yards on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, and they're getting into our head a little bit now, playing some games here, and they're getting into our head a little bit.
Coalfield leads 8-7, looking to push the pedal a little bit more here inside the Oneida 35-yard line on 2nd down and 5. Hines takes the snap, and he's going to keep it. He's going to be slowed down and brought down on an excellent play by Matthew Brown. He just would not give up. Just call him Snapping Turtle. He wasn't letting go as he brings Cole Hines down at the 38-yard line.
Loss of 4.
Yeah, Matthew Brown has had a pretty big game so far tonight. He's had 4 tackles and 1 tackle for loss right there, but he's been around the football a lot. We have to stop them on this drive. I feel like this is huge for this Oneida defense early in the second half.
They're on the Oneida side of the field. They're at the 38-yard line. You got to think that this is 4-down territory for them. So they're going to get 2 plays to get this 8 yards.
3rd down and 9. Hines in the shotgun. Bowling to his right. Low to his left. Here's the snap. He's looking to throw. Looking right. Now he looks to the middle. Now he wants to break for the run. He's going to be slowed down by Xavier Shoemaker and brought down at the 36. He gains 2.
Wow.
It will be 4th and 7.
Yeah, Xavier Shoemaker, had a big night so far tonight. Xavier gets hold of his jersey, and Cole Hines is hard to bring down, but he held on and was able to wait till help got there, and they brought him down.
It does look like they're going for it, John. They need the Oneida inside the Oneida 30 for a first down. Here on 4th and 7. Cole Hines in the shotgun, Bowling to his right, Lau to his left. On 4th and 7, Hines takes the snap. Looking left, he fires. It's going to be complete up to the 25-yard line. It will be a first down for Coalfield.
We're playing too far off of the receivers. I mean, they're getting to the first down marker, turning around. We're still 4 yards off of them. We can't do that. 4th down. I mean, come on.
Lindbergh makes the stop. It's inside the 25-yard line and a fresh set of downs for Coalfield now with 8 minutes and ticking in the third quarter. Coalfield 8 and Oneida 7. They'll snap it inside the Oneida 25 with a 1-point lead. Cole Hines takes the snap, fakes the give. He's wrapped up in the backfield. No gain, loss on the play. He wanted to hand it off, but his running back didn't take it. It appeared to me when I looked at it. So Cole Hines is taken down for a 2-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
Big play there by Elijah Phillips coming from his linebacker position to make that play. That's a 2-yard loss. Great job. We've got to hold them here. Got to have a big set of downs. We've gave up 2 4th down plays. One at the end of the first half. One right here on this drive. They've got good field position. Looks like they're moving in that way, but we got to stop it.
Hines got banged up a little bit, guys. His left arm, his left shoulder, he's hanging it a little bit.
Just outside the Oneida 26 on 2nd and 12. Hines takes the snap, fires the pass, incomplete. It sailed high, tried to get it over to Lau on a screen pass, and then Elijah Phillips with the contact, and Hines throws the hands out and says, hey, where's my flag? He thought he was hit late. They do not rule it so it's 3rd down and 12 for Coalfield, just outside the Oneida 26, and Hines is working that left arm. John, you're right.
Tried to set up the screen going to the left, and you let the defenders through, but I don't think Hines expected them to get back there on him that quick, and he just had to get rid of it and overthrew his receiver.
Yeah, that was old Lige. Lige got back there in a hurry and turned around, looked at him, and said, it's coming the rest of this ball game too.
7:06 in the third quarter. Here's a 3rd and 12. Here's the snap. Hines dropping back. Heavy rush from his left. He eludes it. Then he tries to run up the middle, and he'll get to the 26, the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and 12 now for Coalfield. This would be a 43-yard attempt. Obviously, that's not something they're going to do. Struggled with the extra point, so they're going to go for it on 4th and 12 here. Just outside the Oneida 26, the Indian defense trying to come up with a huge stand here and grab some momentum back after they fall down by 1.
You kind of feel, as a Tennessee fan living through Tennessee Florida games all these years, kind of feel like Coalfield's got you right where you want you on this fourth down play, because they seem to be masters of fourth down here tonight.
Tripp's right. There's not enough to cover out there. Oh, and Coalfield starts early.
A little bit.
Oh, what a favor done. Will they rethink and maybe just try to pin the Indians deep?
No.
It's a chorus line here in Coalfield tonight. Rochelle Field, Oneida trails 8-7 to the homestanding Coalfield Yellow Jackets. 6:21 to play in this third quarter. Coalfield's got the momentum, but they're letting it slip away here. But we've seen them convert a big fourth down on this end of the field. They want to do it again here.
Thanks for bringing that up. It was a touchdown, Tim.
From the Oneida 31, they need to get to the Oneida 15 on fourth down. Hines takes the snap. He's looking left, and he's going to fire into the end zone. Down the left side, it's going to be
touchdown.
Complete for the touchdown. They went big, and once again,
how in the world?
They go to their guy, Landon Gallion.
He was going with him all the way, Tim. He never took his eyes off of
him. For the touchdown.
What are you going to do, guys? You got to cover the thing right up the middle of the field. That's where they hit the touchdown last time. Our safeties was gone. I don't know. They've jumped up on a route, and they just ain't back there. That's twice they've got us on fourth down.
I can't believe they're trying to kick it here. I'd go for 2 if I was them.
In the extra point attempt for Coalfield, here's the snap, the hold, the kick is no good. And so we will take the break.
I'm glad they didn't.
After telling you the score here in Coalfield. Let me get it on there. We take the break. Your score, it is Coalfield 14 and Oneida 7.
Lumber King in Oneida, Tennessee is the region's one-stop shop for everything a DIYer might need. Carhartt apparel, rugged clothing that works as hard as you do. Lumber King Rental Center, a home for not only tools that a construction site might need, but heavy equipment that can get the hardest jobs done in no time. Here at Lumber King, we carry all of the essentials. Let us be your #1 source for everything construction. You can visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee. Because at Lumber King, we deliver.
Welcome back to Coalfield Night Sports coverage of Oneida High School football. We had a flag at the end of that. They said it's unsportsmanlike conduct.
It was against the sideline
coach.
But are they going to move the ball?
They have to.
Yes, here they go. Well, they just now started doing it. So that's going to be 15 yards. They'll kick off from the 25, so that'll help.
Well, we told you things were going to, emotions were going to run high here tonight. They are. It's a tough game. Oneida with the lead at halftime. Now Coalfield with the lead. They've missed a couple of extra points. They have a 1-touchdown lead. 14-7 is the score. Coalfield in the lead. Now they have to kick from their 25 on this kickoff. So for Oneida, they have T.J. Meredith and Jarek Hewling deep to return. They're at their own 22, 23-yard line. So Oneida down a touchdown, down 7 points here. And the kickoff is going to bounce, and Oneida's going to field it at the 50.
Ooh, wow.
I don't know if that was intentional or not, but Oneida's going to have outstanding field position. Lorenzo Garcia downs it at the Coalfield 49, where the Indians will have it 1st and 10.
Good field position. We needed something positive to happen, because we have come out here and stunk it up in the second half so far. We haven't played very well. We have to come out here and do something with the football.
All right, so Oneida, second possession of the second half, but now down by 7. From the shotgun, Caden Rector with Rylan Duncan to his left. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shoemaker blocking back to the right. Here's the snap to give to Rylan Duncan. He's hit low. He spins. It's going to be a loss of a yard back to the 50. It will be 2nd down and 11.
And one thing you can't do is let anybody in the A gap, and we've done it twice. Colton Henry come back and made a play right there. He did earlier in the first half.
All they're doing, and I don't mean to step over you, Mark.
No.
With the linebackers, all they're doing is they're just reading to see if that gap is left open, and they're stunting it. And they're doing a good job.
Getting it perfect.
Yeah.
He's not getting touched.
Yeah.
Rylan Duncan to the right of Caden Rector here on 2nd down and 11. Oneida needs the Coalfield 39 for a 1st down. They're at the 50. Here's the snap. Rector looking. Fires on the slant. McLaurin Love, was that batted away or did it?
Just a little bit inside.
I think he got a hand on it.
He did.
Levi Mullins with an excellent pass defense. Now it's 3rd and 11. Nice job by Levi Mullins.
We've talked about the front seven, John, of them being really, really solid for Coalfield, but these defensive backs has played really well too.
Yeah, they just lock up, and I was hoping to see that little bit of an inside slant or an inside post move earlier, especially when we're down here on our last drive, because he's matched up one-on-one. They didn't have no over-the-top help, but he's tough. That cornerback is tough.
So Oneida facing a 3rd down and 11. They haven't got a first down this half, and they need the Coalfield 39. Here's the snap. Caden Rector rolling to his right, looking, and now he's going to be hit and dropped back at the 48-yard line. So it's a 2-yard loss, and Oneida will be forced to punt. So the momentum stays with the Yellow Jackets as we move inside 5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. It's Coalfield 14 and Oneida 7, and the Indians now will have to punt it back to Coalfield.
Yeah, Brock Jones comes out there, and Caden was trying to find an open receiver as he was rolling to the right side. Couldn't find anybody open. Brock Jones is shot out of a gun right there, and
need a good snap.
Yeah, and drills him.
So Jaden Anderson stands at his 35. Here's the snap. Jaden gets the punt away. Roberts back, but it's going to go away from him. Bounces inside the 25 and rolls to about the 24, and that's where the Yellow Jackets will take over. Fresh off a 4th down, 33-yard touchdown pass, and there's been two touchdown passes on 4th down to Landon Gallion from Cole Hines tonight. That's their 2 scores for touchdowns. They also have a safety with 2 missed extra points. That's how they got to 14. For Oneida, Rylan Duncan had a touchdown late in the 2nd, the extra point from Aiden Love. That's how the Indians have 7. And now with 4 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, Coalfield repossesses the football. They're in the shotgun. Bowling to the right, Lau to the left of Cole Hines. Here's the snap and the give. Bowling sweeping off to the left, trying to get to the corner, and he's going to be brought down by Xavier Shoemaker.
I don't.
It's going to be a loss of yardage back to the 22.
I didn't catch the stop in the backfield. Good play by Xavier Shoemaker, but we had number 20 for them. Brock Jones had a hold of
that's Mullins.
Okay, Mullins had a hold of Matt Browning was looked like a great block, but he had a hold of him and held him, slung him down, and the referee didn't call it.
From the 22, it's a 2nd down and 12 now for Coalfield. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Hines takes the snap. Little misdirection. He hands it off the left side. It's going to be Bowling. He's hit first at the 25, falls forward to the 27. That'll go for a gain of about 4 on 3rd and 11. It'll bring up on 2nd and 11. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. Coalfield at their own 27-yard line. They need the 34 for a fresh set of downs. Oneida would like to get a 3rd down stop here. Don't think Coalfield would be too energetic about going for it on 4th down back here.
Can't tell, man.
You would hope.
They're having pretty good luck going for it on 4th down. So
here's 3rd and 7. Hines in the shotgun, running back to either side. They need their own 34. Hines takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's got pressure. He's taken down by Matthew Brown for the sack back at the 19-yard line. Brown would not be denied.
Down by Brown. I guess he got tired of getting held over here, and he fought through that block and took him down. Great play, huge play to stop this drive by Coalfield.
A 3 and out for the Yellow Jackets, and Cole Hines slow to come off here. He was taken down pretty swiftly by Matthew Brown.
And Brown did a good job, guys, because the running back, looked like he had a good block, and Brown just fought through him and just enveloped the quarterback. Nice job.
Oneida should get good field position out of this. Here's the snap. Coalfield to punt it away. It's angling to the near sideline, bounces at the 48, and then kind of deadens at the Coalfield 48-yard line. So Oneida does get good field position. 1st and 10 at the 48 with 2:19 to play in the 3rd quarter, where everything's been Coalfield since late in the first half. Oneida, excellent time here to try to turn the tide, just down a touchdown.
Yeah, we just got to get some of that momentum back that we had that was taken away from us at the end of the first half.
I would like to see us just line up big and just mash on them. We've tried to dink and dunk and go to the outside and spread them out with receiver sets, and it just hasn't worked for us.
I agree.
We'll see.
Elijah Phillips to the right. Meredith to the left, 2 receivers to the left from the shotgun. Caden Rector on 1st and 10. Here's the snap and the give to Elijah Phillips over the left side, and he's going to be taken down. Little to no gain. Back to the line of scrimmage, it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to line it up and mash on them because we did a good job of that in the first half.
We kind of got them tired. We really did. We wore on them. We looked like we were gashing them a little bit late in the second half, or in the second quarter, I should say.
Yeah.
We'd like to see a little bit more of that. We just haven't had success against that front 5, 6, 7, running, directly at them. We just haven't had that much success.
So here we go on 2nd down and 10. From the shotgun, Caden Rector brings Hunter Shoemaker in motion right to left, takes the snap, fires out to Jarek Hewling, couldn't make the reception, so now Oneida with a 3rd down and a long 10. They need the Coalfield 38-yard line for a 1st down.
Yeah, pass a little high right there over to Jarek, and he had time to throw, but it just come out of his hand a little high there, and not able to do anything with it. We haven't attacked the middle since we got the completion early in the ball game, and see maybe if we come back to Hunter Shoemaker.
Well, they're confused about getting the play in. There's only 9 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to have to get this off in a hurry.
We're going to have to burn it. We're going to have to burn a timeout.
1:32 to play in the 3rd quarter with 1 second to go. Oneida does take a timeout here, and we'll take the same. As we take the break, we'll tell you the score. It's the Coalfield Yellow Jackets 14, the Oneida Indians 7.
Home improvement doesn't have to break the bank. At Salvage LLC, we have everything you need to finish your new home or to give a makeover to your existing home. From a full line of laminated and vinyl flooring to interior and exterior doors to crown molding and baseboards, start your next home project at Salvage LLC. Stop by and check out our model kitchen setup for ideas on how to take your kitchen from functional to stunning. Salvage LLC is located on Industrial Lane in Oneida. Open 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Find us online at salvagellc.net.
Welcome back to IH Sports coverage of Oneida High School football. The Indians trail 14-7 with 1 minute, 32 seconds left to go in the 3rd.
All right, out of an Oneida timeout, it is 3rd and 11. Indians with a chance to grab some momentum, but 2 plays that have done nothing to put any fear into Coalfield here. And then Oneida has to call a timeout. They're not ready to snap it. So they've been slow coming out of the locker room here, but now we have Caden Rector in the shotgun, Rylan Duncan to his left, Jarek Hewling wide to the right, 3 receivers to the left on 3rd and 11, needing the 38. Here is going to be Rector taking the snap and rolls to his left. He's got pressure. Rector fires deep down the left side. He's got a man. Todd Derek Ryan. It's batted incomplete, though. Late going. Coalfield's able to knock it away. Nearly had it down around the 10. And so Oneida faces 4th down.
That was their 9th play, 3rd drive for Oneida in the 3rd quarter. We're minus 2 yards.
Yeah, we just that was a good play call right there.
Oh, he had it.
Yeah, and he had him deep, a little bit short. Todd Derrick had to wait on it. Went up to the kids, had to come back and try to get the reception, but just couldn't haul it in. Good play by the defensive back for Coalfield, but we just come out flat here in the second half. We just have. And then luckily our defense is, giving up the touchdown on 4th down there, but other than that, we've been able to hold them in check.
Jaden Anderson to punt it. Stands at his 40-yard line here. Here's the snap. Eli Roberts deep. Here's the kick. Backing Roberts up. He's going to let it bounce by him. It goes inside the 5 and rolls all the way to the 2-yard line where Hunter Shoemaker downs it. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Coalfield. That's their good news. Bad news, they're at their own 2. 1:13 to play in a 3rd quarter with Oneida trailing 14-7. Will you see Coalfield get back in that Maryland T maybe in this situation?
May very well be. They're going to probably come out and try to just run the football and pick up, get a little breathing room on that. But goal or off of the goal line. Another classic battle between Oneida and Coalfield.
Yeah, 7-14 is their score with 1:13 left to play in the 3rd quarter. A quickly disappearing game here.
Cole Hines in the shotgun from his 2. Low snap. He'll hand it off. Hit at
safety.
The line of scrimmage. No, he got out a little bit. Just across the line was Coalfield. He got just outside the shadow of the goal line. He did.
Well, now you got to
and it's going to be second and about 12.
Show them at home on the replay, Ben.
It's the ball. The front of the ball gig.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You and Tim always for Coalfield.
Well, we got better eyes.
Homer.
So now second down and 12. That was a big play though by Oneida. Let's not let that go by.
Won't y'all crawl over there with Keith?
Do it
Here's
again right here.
I formation for Coalfield now. And Oneida jumps off sides. Coalfield.
There's an easy 5.
Okay. Here's what I had. That kills me because you're a half a yard from the darn football, and you jump off sides.
So it moves it outside the 5. That was a
not even a
very
half yard.
smart call. Very good play. 34 seconds to play third quarter. The clock is rewound. This will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Coalfield with a second down and 7 at their own 5-yard line.
And you probably don't even run that unless you think the other team's going to jump.
I formation. Hines takes the snap. Here's the pitch out to the right side. Bowling stretches it up near the 6, 7, 8-yard line, and that is where this third quarter is going to come to an end. So we will take a break for our sponsors here and tell you that when we return, the Indians and the Yellow Jackets have 1 quarter remaining to settle this one. After 3 quarters of play, it's Coalfield 14 and Oneida 7.
Home improvement doesn't have to break the bank. At Salvage LLC, we have everything you need to finish your new home or to give a makeover to your existing home. From a full line of laminated and vinyl flooring to interior and exterior doors to crown molding and baseboards, start your next home project at Salvage LLC. Stop by and check out our model kitchen setup for ideas on how to take your kitchen from functional to stunning. Salvage LLC is located on Industrial Lane in Oneida. Open 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Find us online at salvagellc.net.
A responsible local bank must branch out into the community it serves. At First National Bank, we realize a community bank must be a strong partner with the community. That's why First National Bank doesn't have branches, but roots that are deeply embedded in the fundamentals and foundations set forth in the past, with a vision for fostering the potential for the future. Since 1904, First National Bank has had only one focus: you. First National Bank. Your family, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Coalfield and Rochelle Field as the start of the fourth quarter finds the Indians trailing 14-7. Coalfield down on their own 5. Well, make that
7.
7, I'm sorry.
From the shotgun, Cole Hines with the running back to either side takes the snap. He's looking to throw, fires it, it's tipped, it's going to be incomplete.
Wow.
Boy, it was tipped. That was the first good play. And then Landon Lindbergh bats it to the ground to knock it out at the 10, and now Coalfield will have a 4th down and 4 and have to punt from their own end zone.
2 big plays, like you said, by the Oneida defense. A tip at the line of scrimmage. The receiver came up and was about to make the play anyway, and then, like you said, Lindbergh got in there, put his paw in there and raked it out. Same thing that happened on the Coalfield side when it got raked out against Todd Derrick Ryan.
Yeah, Hunter Shoemaker on the tip.
Here's the punt. And it's going to take a Coalfield bounce and be down just outside the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and you know, we've had good field position this whole second half.
We started 2 of our 3 drives in Coalfield territory.
Yeah, on their side of the 50, and we just have not been able to do a thing with it. Their defense has played lights out here in the second half.
Penalties didn't help us either, shooting ourselves in the foot.
Well, but even at that, we haven't been able to successfully move the football, even when we haven't been able to run the football at all against them.
No.
They are stunning a linebacker or 2 linebackers every play.
Oneida late getting the play in there with under 10 seconds to the line. Cowboy package at the Coalfield 45-yard line. Man comes in motion. Here's the give. Trying to get Jarek Hewling over to the left side. Jarek's at the 45. He's at the 40. Kind of slides to a stop and then falls forward to the 36. So a good run for Jarek Hewling out of the wing on the right side. Jarek picks up right at 7-8 yards on first down. They'll call it 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. It's 11:30 to play in this game. with Oneida trailing 14-7.
Yeah, and I think you got to try your best to get the ball in number 22's hands as much as possible because he's a big play threat every time.
So here we go with the snap, and it's going to be this time Meredith sweeping out to the right side, trying to get to the corner. Flag comes in on the backside.
Wow.
Meredith might have gotten a yard of the needed 3, and far away from the play, a flag comes in.
I guess he saw something the other 3 officials that were right there did not see.
It's a hold
Yeah.
against the Indians, and they're going to march it off from where?
Boy, I'm telling you.
That official has called, I think,
they've not
the
seen
last 4 flags
and listen,
on Oneida.
And I'm sure that we probably held, but it needs to, because they ain't seen one against them.
It's going back to the 46-yard line, and so it will be 2nd down and 12.
I was about to make the comment that the first down play was important because it put us ahead of the sticks, 2nd and 3. Now we're back to 2nd and 12.
From the shotgun, it will be Caden Rector with T.J. Meredith to his left. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Tight ends to the right side. On 2nd and 12, here's the snap. Rector looking, pumps, and now he's hit. He's lucky to hang on to that football. As Caden Rector takes the hit. The receiver wasn't open. He eats the football and is taken down at the 48 of Coalfield.
Yeah, throw it out of bounds.
Of Oneida.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
So it's going to be about 3rd and 18 now for the Indians with 10:34 remaining. The Indian offense.
No,
what is the yardage this half, John?
Non-existent.
It's.
I mean, you got a minute to look that up. I don't think it's going to be pretty. On here, 3rd down and 18. Oneida will snap it from their 48-yard line. Rector has Meredith to his left. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Indians down 7. 10.5 to play. Here's the snap. Rector looking, wants to run the draw, and he's going to be hit at about the 50-yard line and dropped. So it will be 4th down, and the Indians will punt.
Our best offensive play here in the second half has been to punt the football.
Colton Henry with the stop.
It just has. Well, our offense has been non-existent. We haven't been able to do anything with it, and that's simply because we got behind the sticks every time, put ourselves in a bad situation, and just hadn't been able to get out of it.
Jaden Anderson stands at his 38. Here's the snap. Anderson's got it. He gets the punt away. And it's going to be fielded at about the 9. Over to the 10. Upended and brought down at the 18, 19-yard line here on the return is going to be Eli Roberts. So with 9 minutes and 18 seconds to play in this game number 10 of the season, Oneida 7-2, Coalfield 7-2. Indians trying to win a region championship. Coalfield looking for momentum going into the playoffs, and it's all coming down to this. Oneida down by a touchdown. Rockwood and York, last we checked, was tied.
Third quarter, 14-14, so there's still a reprieve if we can't pull this one off.
The Indians trying to control their destiny, but down 7 here. Coalfield, last couple of drives have been struggles for the Yellow Jackets after a good bout of momentum. Now from the shotgun, Cole Hines takes the snap. Here's the give, little misdirection, sweeping off to the left. Indians play it well, and they play it for no gain for Levi Mullins. A little trickery. They might have studied that on the film. Coalfield thought they could hit him with it, and it went nowhere. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Hunter Shoemaker, Matthew Brown on the stop. Hunter played that really well. Matthew come up with the help, but great job by the Indians.
Inside 9 minutes to play here at Rochelle Field. Coalfield will have a 2nd down and 10. Hines in the shotgun with a running back to either side. Now they tighten up the set. On 2nd and 10, Hines takes the snap, fakes the give. He's looking to throw, fires. He's hit as he throws. It's incomplete.
Brown back there again, wasn't it?
Elijah Phillips was there as well, but I think you may be right.
Brown.
Matthew Brown with the contact that caused that pass to go awry. It stops the clock. 8:33 to play and brings up a 3rd down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Matthew Brown, and that's about the 3rd time he's got in there and got a hit on Cole Hines. And Cole Hines is going to be trying to getting rid of that football a little bit quicker.
So here is a 3rd down and 10. Coalfield at their own 18-yard line. Hines in the shotgun.
Can't let them off the hook now.
Running back to either side. Hines takes the snap. He's looking to his right. He's going to fire on the out pattern. Oh, high, incomplete. And it will stop the clock with 8:28 to play. And so the Indian defense again giving us a chance.
Yeah, they're giving us a chance. And Hunter Shoemaker, I believe, maybe got a finger on that football to made it sail that high out of bounds. But great job. They had a pretty good pass protection there. Always get your hands up, and that's what these coaches teach these kids. Hunter getting his hands up, impeding that football.
Landon Lau to punt. He's at his own 8-yard line. Calls for the snap. It's a good one. Lau stepping left. Now fires the punt away. The Indians are going to back away from it, and it's going to take a neutral bounce and roll toward the 45. And again, the Oneida Indians, down just one score, will have excellent field position at the Coalfield 45-yard line on a second half that has seen them muster absolutely no offense.
-8 in 4 drives, -8 yards.
That's been the difference here in the second half, and the Indians
we had a couple of good plays actually in that, but the penalties what killed us.
Yeah.
All right, but here you go. You got a chance. And so from the shotgun, Caden Rector with Rylan Duncan to his right. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Tight end to the right from the Coalfield 45. 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Give Rylan Duncan through the middle. He gallops forward for 2, close to 3. But we'll call it 2. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Indians at the 43.
It's almost like we're not getting out of our stance quick enough. They're in the backfield, and our lineman is just – it's like, I don't know, they're getting off the football way quicker than we are, and they're disrupting everything we're trying to do in the backfield.
Maybe a hard count,
and they're
like they got us on.
Yeah. And they're disciplined. I mean, their linebackers are exactly where they need to be. They're filling the gaps that they need to fill. They're playing off their front 3 or 4. It's just a well-coached team. They do it well.
2nd and 8 at the Coalfield 43 for Oneida. Down a touchdown. Here's the snap. Rector looking right. Fires on the slant. It's going to be complete. And for the first time in this second half, it's a First National Bank 1st down. Making the catch for the Indians here, McLaurin Love.
Who else was it going to be?
Gets it down to the 23-yard line and a fresh set of downs for Oneida with 7:22 on the game clock. Oneida down a touchdown, and now 1st and 10 at the 23.
Yeah, when you need a big play, you throw it to your leading receiver, and McLaurin Love comes up with a big catch.
Rylan Duncan to the right of Caden Rector here on 1st down. Rector takes the snap, gives to Rylan Duncan, starts left, tries right. They're all over him. They bring him down for no gain. Loss of yardage, actually. It will be 2nd down. Clock runs inside 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's almost like we're not even getting in their way. And, I mean, they're just blowing us up on the inside there. We can't handle them up front right now. We did it in the first half. We're not doing it in the second.
It's a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
Those little quick passes to the outside would be perfect for this right here. Let them blow you up on the inside.
Got to call them.
Outside. Well,
they recover well. We've tried to get to the outside. They recover well as well.
Meredith is in to the right of Rector. Now slot receiver right comes in motion. That's Ryan. Here's the snap. Rector looking, fires on that curl, and it's going to be incomplete. There's what you wanted, Kevin, but the Indians don't hang on to it and now face a 3rd down and 11.
We also have a case of the dropsies tonight, too.
Yes, we do.
We haven't caught the football well, and Caden's thrown the ball pretty well outside of a couple of passes. He's thrown the ball pretty well tonight. Our receivers haven't been able to hang on to it, and I'm sure it has a lot to do with wet football.
2 of 10 is what we are in the passing game.
6:15 remaining. Rector comes out from the sideline for a 3rd and 11 at the 24-yard line of Coalfield. Oneida needs the 13 for a 1st down. Rector has Meredith to his left. On 3rd and 11, here's the snap. Rector dropping back, dumps it off. It's going to be dropped. On the screen pass, Coalfield was in the area. I don't think it would have broke. You can't say for sure, but it does bring up a 4th and 11. And Oneida, at this point, it would be a 41-yard attempt. They're going to go for it on 4th and 11.
But you got to give yourself a chance. I mean, we cannot catch the football. Now, listen, understand the ball's wet, but they're catching it.
Yeah.
You know,
Same,
we're not.
They're
We're
not
doing the thing.
Hey,
We're not
they
doing
only catch it on 4th down.
Yeah, well, I started to say they've been doing it on 4th down.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can. On 4th and 11, Oneida needs the 13. Meredith to the left of Caden Rector.
Throw it in the end zone.
And here is Rector with a man in motion. McLaurin Love. Here's the snap. Rector fires. It's going to be incomplete.
Wow.
Look out here on the left side, guys. Nobody within 20 yards of that.
No, but I don't understand the
It's going to be a turnover on downs. Coalfield has it with 6:06 to play. They have the football. They've had their struggles over
absolutely.
the last couple of possessions.
And it's because of the defensive, what the defense is giving you. But you got to know and play situational football. In that situation, you can't throw it behind the sticks. You have to try to get the first. We threw it right at 10 yards short of the first down, and you got to know that stuff.
So here we go. 1st and 10, Coalfield at their own 23-yard line from the shotgun. Hines takes the snap, gives to Lau off the right side. Lau cuts inside now. He's up to the 30-yard line, and that's going to be a sizable chunk of yardage for Landon Lau on 1st down. It will bring up a good short 2nd down for them here. It looks like a 2nd and about 3 is what they will face at their own 30.
Well, I can tell you what we're going to see a lot of right here. Big, heavy dose of running between the tackles, trying to pick up a couple of first downs and run this clock out.
All right, so it's Landon Lau and Kanan Bowling, each to the side of Cole Hines on 2nd down and 3. He's taking that play clock down here from the shotgun with 5:29 remaining in the game.
I mean, yeah, it's just at 25.
Here's the snap. He hands it off to Kanan Bowling, trying to get out to the corner on the left side. Bowling near the 1st down yardage. He's going to have enough for a fresh set of Yellow Jacket downs, and a flag comes in on the back side. And let's see who this is against.
It's on us.
Yeah.
We knocked somebody down after the play and probably got baited into it, but you got to be smart. You got to be smart.
Well, the flag is down at the 29.
It's been all year, guys. All season.
I know you're frustrated.
It is a dead ball.
Yep.
Personal foul.
Hey, we deserved it. We deserved it. That's what you got.
Against the Indians.
That's what you get. When you play undisciplined like that, that's what you get. And
absolutely.
Yeah, that's
but
what you get.
The thing is, there's plenty of time here. Get a stop, get the ball back, and give yourself an opportunity.
You got to keep yourself reeled in, keep your emotions reeled in. It's an emotional game.
Moves it out to the 49-yard line here.
That's Oneida's 8th penalty for 70 yards.
So here we go. Cole Hines in the shotgun, running back to either side. Ball at their own 49-yard line.
Right here, guys.
1st and 10.
They've got a guy split out way wide. They may take a shot here.
Here's the snap. Hines going to hand it off, and it's going to be Lau through the middle. From the 49, he pushes up to about the Oneida 47. That's a gain of 4, close to 5 on 1st down.
Got a score for you. If they're going to do it, they're going to have to do it on their own. Rockwood's leading York 22-14 in the 3rd.
Yeah, we've got, there's 4:31 left, and we got to do something right here, stop them and get the football back and make something happen on offense. We haven't done it. We haven't done it so far in the second half.
2nd and 5, Coalfield at the Oneida 46-yard line. From the shotgun here, Hines with a running back to either side. Receiver split off to the right. 2nd and 5, here's the snap, and we've got a whistle and a timeout for Coach. No, I'm sorry, it's a false start against Coalfield. So, wow, they had a 2nd and 5. Now it's going to be 2nd and 10, trying to run the clock out. So, like you said, emotional for both sides. It's 4:09 to go, and it's 14-7 Coalfield leading.
And it may have been the back leaning just a little. He's got out of that stance a couple of times a little early.
He has done it several times. Yep.
Yeah, and they may have got him that time.
Back to the 49 of Coalfield with a 2nd down and 10.
I'm not sure why why would his clock start on a penalty, Kevin?
Colton Henry to the right.
Running before that penalty.
Landon Lau to the left. Here's the snap, a little high. Give to Lau. Hunter Shoemaker is there almost when he hands it off. Lau's still able to push forward across the 50 to the Oneida 48-yard line for about 3 yards. It will bring up 3rd and 7. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this one. Oneida with 2 timeouts, in case you're wondering. Coalfield with a 3rd and 7. They need the Oneida 41 for a fresh set of downs. And the Indians might have to start considering taking those timeouts if they get this.
Yeah, they're going to have to get this clock stopped. And
depending on what they get here, they might go two downs.
But you have to think Coalfield, if they don't pick it up here, will they kick the ball and put us back in deep? I would think they would.
I mean, the way their defense is playing, you got to think they'll punt.
3rd and 7. Here's the snap. Fakes the give, fires the pass. It's going to be incomplete. Landon Limburg is there to deflect it. Now that does 2 things. Stops the clock with 2:57 to play. Landon plays the slant nicely. The guy that has 2 touchdowns tonight, Landon Gallion, could not fend off Landon Limburg, and so the pass falls incomplete. Less than 3 minutes to play. Now, Oneida's not going to have as good a field position as they've had to start drives, but there is a chance.
Guys,
there's a chance.
If we wanted to block this punt, we could. He will step to his right and take all day to punt it.
Low snap. He's trying to field it. Turns around and gets the punt off, but in the panic, it's going to be shanked off to the left, and the Indians will have field position 1st and 10. Are they spotting it at the 35? 34. Oneida 1st and 10, their own 34. 2 timeouts, 2:51 to play, down a touchdown.
Your job on the punt team is to hold them guys up and make sure he gets the ball away. We're turning and running.
He's setting up a return.
Well, and before we ever – and, I mean, you got to – those are little things that you're taught and practiced, but you got to be able to do them in a ball game, and we're not doing those things tonight.
Well, if you're going to win this thing, here's your chance. This is it.
All right, Caden Rector, the Indians, here's their shot. The ball in their hand, down 7 from their own 34. Shotgun snap, Rector pumps, looks, going deep down the right side. Ball is in the air. It's going to be incomplete. He had a pair of defenders back there working against McLaurin Love. He gave McLaurin a chance to go up against him, but it falls incomplete, stops the clock, 2:43 to go, 2nd and 10.
Yeah,
it was there.
Yeah,
that ball was in his hands.
Looked like the receiver had a chance.
Yeah, it was in his hands. We just haven't been able to catch football tonight, guys. That's just plain and simple. And Caden threw a good ball right there. Looked like he had maybe a step on the corner. The safety was coming over, but he had a chance to catch that ball. McLaurin has been so solid all year, and just having a little bit of struggles tonight.
Let's see if you can get TJ on that wheel route from earlier, maybe on 2nd down and 10. Here comes Hewling in motion across the formation. Here's the snap. Caden Rector rolling to his left. He's looking, fires. Hewling makes the catch at the 38. No, I'm sorry, it's incomplete at the 38. So it brings up 3rd and 10.
Let's stop the clock anyway.
2:38 to play. Oneida's got 2 downs to try to get to their own 44.
And Caden just threw the ball short that time. It threw it in the dirt, but that right there is where Caden's at his best, is when he's rolling either way, and he's got 2 or 3 levels of receivers. Jerick Hewling was open, but threw it behind him and threw it in the dirt. Just wasn't there.
Here we go. 3rd down 10. Oneida needs their own 44. Rector in the shotgun, takes the snap, quick snap, rolling left. He's got time, fires out. McLaurin Love makes it at the 40, stretching forward, putting a hand down, trying to get to the 44, and I don't think he's going to have it.
Oh, he had it.
He gets to the 43, but not the 44. I think he's going to be a yard short. It's going to be 4th and 1.
Guys, he pushed forward, looked like it.
I don't think so.
No, they're going to put it over and measure it.
Well, I think he's about a yard short.
Yeah, their
coach.
With
2:19 to play.
He's right there, man. Talking to officials.
The guy that's spotting the ball could be an SEC official, that's for sure.
Next
because
week,
he was way behind the play.
Next week we're home for the playoffs. Who will it be? Cumberland Gap or Happy Valley? Well, it depends on the next 2 minutes and 19 seconds, or perhaps overtime here if we can get to it.
And want to remind everybody now, all the postseason games start at 7 o'clock, not 7:30 like we've been doing in the regular season. Post games are at 7 o'clock.
So pregame will be at 6.
Postseason games are
started at 6.
Yes.
It will be audio only, as it is a $700 TSSAA charge to stream a playoff game, unless Kevin feels like being.
Well, Mark has ponied up half of it. We put him up for half of it at halftime while he was out.
And then Kevin for the other half. So
it's less than a yard. They've got about a foot. So Oneida has been under center some tonight for Cowboy and in an I formation.
Cowboys and Indians.
With a 4th down and a foot to go. Oneida and Coalfield with 2:19 to play,
You have those packages where you got the Cowboys and the Indians packages. So
the Indians with the Cowboy package.
The Indians,
he said that
one
was
of them.
about a football length, but after they got a hold of the chain, that thing's only like 3 inches from the first
about
down.
3 inches, yeah. About 3 inches, Kevin.
So let's see. Here we go. Football is spotted. It looks like Rector is going to be under center with Elijah Phillips and T.J. Meredith in an I formation.
Hard count. Come on.
It all comes down to this for Oneida right now. They got to have it on 4th and inches. It's going to be Rector. He's got it. He gets it across the 45-yard line, and the ball comes loose, and T.J. Meredith has it up to the 50-yard line, almost into Coalfield territory, where it's going to be a First National Bank first down. Midfield, 2 minutes to play, and that clock is ticking, folks. Oneida with 2 timeouts. They need 50 yards.
Yep. Heads-up play by T.J. picking that thing. Ball popped out after he picked up the first down.
We're going to get corrected. It was Hunter Shoemaker that
Hunter
saved
Shoemaker.
the day.
Hunter Shoemaker.
Clock is at 1:45 and ticking.
Yeah, we got to go. We got to go quicker than we are.
Rector from the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Meredith to his left. Here we go on 1st and 10 from the 50. Snap. Rector looking. He's firing on the slant. It's going to be complete down to the 35-yard line. It could have been interference, but it was caught by Oneida to the 15. McLaurin Love makes the catch with 1:29 and ticking. Oneida trying to get on the ball at the Coalfield 35-yard line as the Indians don't huddle, and now it's going to be a timeout for Oneida. We'll take the same timeout. Your score with 1:22 to play. It's Coalfield 14, Oneida 7.
Odds are there's a Potter's Ace Hardware right in your neighborhood, with expert advice and the right tools and supplies to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Potter's Ace has a convenient location on Industrial Lane here in Oneida. Visit the helpful folks at Potter's Ace for all your home improvement needs. Potter's Ace, the helpful place.
Welcome back to Coalfield. The Indians on the move with only 1 minute, 22 seconds left to go. Ball spotted just over the 35-yard line.
Oneida down a touchdown. Out of a timeout. They have 1 remaining. Caden Rector in the shotgun with Meredith to his left. Tate West is on the field. Todd Derrick Ryan, McLaurin Love. And here's the snap. Caden Rector fires it off to the right. Catch is going to be made as the Indians curl up and then get out of bounds. Was that Colton Daugherty?
Looked like it.
It was. Colton Daugherty makes the catch, gets out of bounds, stopping the clock with 1:22 remaining, and now a 2nd down and 4 as they'll snap it from the Coalfield 29. The officials have stopped play for some reason here.
You guys, what in the world?
Said the 29. It's actually probably the 28.
What is there?
I stand corrected. They can all be SEC officials.
Let's come over here and have to explain it.
Well, we're waiting for an official to fall down here for a minute.
All right, let's see. It's the clock. It's the official on the clock talking to.
Oh, yeah.
Because it didn't move.
So
it stayed at 1:22.
They're going to take some time off.
Let's take a minute and 10 seconds off the clock.
Minute
all
18,
over that.
Should be about 1:18.
It should reduce, no doubt.
Yeah. Of course you would say
quit
that.
being, quit being reasonable, Tim.
2nd down 4 at the 28. It goes down to 1:19. Oneida with 1 timeout. 2nd and 4 at the 25. 8-yard line. Here's the snap, Rector. Now rolling to his left. Rector fires. It's going to be complete.
Yeah.
McLaurin Love makes the catch down at the 18. That's going to be a First National Bank first down with 1:11. They stop the clock to move the chains. Oneida at the 18. Down 7 and now on the ball, ready to go for first down. Here's the snap. Rector looking, fires over to the left. Catch is going to be made, and Oneida gets out of bounds again. McLaurin Love to the 15. So that's about 3 yards. Stops the clock with 1:02 to play. It'll be second down and 7. Is that right? No, it goes for 5.
Yeah.
Second down 5. Indians from the shotgun. Here at the 15. Here's the snap. Rector rolling to his right.
Run.
He's looking, fires. No. It's going to be incomplete.
That's okay.
He had it down inside the 5. He just kept him running.
Stops the clock with 3rd and 5.
Plenty of time. He should have took off with that, tucked it. Nobody over there. The receiver.
56 seconds.
Down about the 3-yard line was the closest defender to him.
Oneida's got to have the 10 for a first down. I'm sorry, the 9 for a first down. It is 3rd down and 5. From the shotgun, Caden Rector takes the snap, looks, fires left. It's going to be incomplete, nearly intercepted. That time, Coalfield sitting on the quick square up to McLaurin Love, and it is going to be incomplete, trying to find Landon Gallion.
Sometimes I wonder if we even look, because he was sitting on that.
He
was sitting on it.
Oneida's burning that final timeout. It is 4th and 5. We'll keep it right here because the game comes down to this with 53 seconds to play. Oneida's got to have the 9-yard line of Coalfield, or the Yellow Jackets are going to win this game 14-7.
Well, we did the last throw, the incompletion was over to the left side of the offense, okay? So that's going to move the ball to that left hash. We're going to have the opportunity to run the same play, the flood, if you will, to the right side, put everybody to the end zone, let him flood out, let him run for it. I mean, that's what I'm doing just to get you need the first down.
But you've got to make
two's right.
Yeah.
You've pointed
but
that out
you've got to make sure you tell your quarterback. If I'm Coach May right now, I'm saying, listen, if you can pick it up with your legs, pick it up with your legs. Yeah.
4th and 5. Oneida will snap from the 14-yard line. It all comes down to this play for now.
I'm definitely not leaving him in the pocket. I am rolling him to the right.
4th down and 5. Caden Rector with T.J. Meredith to his right. Rector on 4th and 5 from the 14. Inside a minute. Rector takes the snap. Rolling right. Looks. Now he wants to run for it. Rector stretches down for the 11.
Ball's out.
The ball is out. And Coalfield has it.
Off the ground.
He was short.
He's saying he's down.
He was short at the 11, and it's going to go over to the Yellow Jackets, and Coalfield will win this game tonight at Rochelle Field. 48 seconds remain. All Coalfield has to do is take a knee.
Another classic, guys. Another classic.
And that was not a bad decision on his part. It was open. He had a.
Oh, yeah. He was getting and they knew what was coming, too.
1 yard short.
Yeah, they knew what was coming. They was rolling, and they had 2 outside penetration.
Yeah, they sent both of their guys hard upfield. They weren't going to let him roll out.
Cole Hines takes a knee with 45 seconds to play. And the Indians had 1 timeout remaining, so they burn it. With 43 seconds to play, we'll take it. With 43 to play, it's Coalfield 14, Oneida 7.
South Fork Physical Therapy is proud to support the Scott High Highlanders and the Oneida Indians. With offices in both Huntsville and Oneida, one of our 6 doctors of physical therapy are always close by. We regularly treat back and neck pain, general sprains and strains, vertigo or dizziness, TMJ disorders, as well as post-operative patients. We accept all insurances and flexible payment plans are available. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we strive to make your experience accessible, affordable, and enjoyable.
Welcome back to Coalfield. Indians with 43 seconds left to go in this one, trailing by a touchdown. Just giving you a score update in the 4th quarter. It's Rockwood 28, York 20, so still pulling for the Dragons.
So the Indians' opportunity to take care of business goes by the wayside as Cole Hines takes a knee, and this clock will tick on down. They don't even have to snap it again. Mark said it. It's been another Oneida Coalfield Classic between these two teams. a defensive battle to the bitter end, and it is a fourth down stop for the Yellow Jackets. Oneida comes up a yard short and will have to rely on a York comeback, or they will be the second-place team in Region 2A, which would mean Oneida still has a home playoff game next week, and the Cumberland Gap Panthers will be coming in.
Yep.
So that's the scenario. As the clock expires here, we'll take a break, telling you the final score from Rochelle Field. It is the Coalfield Yellow Jackets 14 and the Oneida Indians 7.
A responsible local bank must branch out into the community it serves. At First National Bank, we realize a community bank must be a strong partner with the community. That's why First National Bank doesn't have branches, but roots that are deeply embedded in the fundamentals and foundations set forth in the past, with a vision for fostering the potential for the future. Since 1904, First National Bank has had only one focus: you. First National Bank. Your family, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
Home improvement doesn't have to break the bank. At Salvage LLC, we have everything you need to finish your new home or to give a makeover to your existing home. From a full line of laminated and vinyl flooring to interior and exterior doors to crown molding and baseboards, start your next home project at Salvage LLC. Stop by and check out our model kitchen setup for ideas on how to take your kitchen from functional to stunning. Salvage LLC is located on Industrial Lane in Oneida. Open 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Find us online at salvagellc.net.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Lumber King in Oneida, Tennessee is the region's one-stop shop for everything a DIYer might need. Carhartt apparel, rugged clothing that works as hard as you do. Lumber King Rental Center, a home for not only tools that a construction site might need, but heavy equipment that can get the hardest jobs done in no time. Here at Lumber King, we carry all of the essentials. Let us be your #1 source for everything construction. You can visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee. Because at Lumber King, we deliver.
Welcome back to Coalfield as the Indians come up short tonight against the Coalfield Yellow Jackets by a score of 14-7. Even though they did not win the game, they played against a very, very good Coalfield team and had a pretty good showing down here tonight, guys. Tim, you got our final scoring summary.
All right, Oneida starts the game off, kicking off to Coalfield, and the Yellow Jackets readily drive it downfield, get to Oneida's 7-yard line, and then on third down, attempting to throw into the end zone, Cole Hines is intercepted by Ryland Duncan. He takes a knee, and Oneida takes over at their own 20, having staved off the early Coalfield threat with 7:28 to play in the first quarter. It would be back and forth play between the two teams for the remaining first half of action with some first downs acquired, but not what you would consider a good drive pieced together until the Indians did it late in the second quarter. On the basis of some big runs by Ryland Duncan and T.J. Meredith, the Indians find themselves downfield with a drive that stalls out at the 22-yard line of Coalfield, and they have a 4th and 15 at the 22. As they go for it, they pick up much of the yardage on a pass, but it would have been ruled short. But on the back end, Caden Rector is hit late. It's roughing the passer. The Indians get a fresh set of downs and take the football at the 5-yard line. First play is a stuffed run on Ryland Duncan. The second play, Ryland Duncan takes it in from 5 yards out. The extra point from Aiden Love, and Oneida leads 7-0 with 2:28 to play in the first half. The Yellow Jackets go into their 2-minute package and do a great job on the arm of Cole Hines. A little dinking and dunking early in the play, but he gets down to the Oneida 28-yard line, but their drive seemingly stalls out with 17 seconds to play in the first half. They have a 4th down at Oneida's 28-yard line, and Cole Hines goes for the whole enchilada into the end zone to Landon Gallion. The extra point is no good. We go to halftime with Oneida leading 7-0. 8-6. The Indians get the opening possession, but go in reverse. Penalties on the return, and then just nothing going offensively. And then Oneida has to punt out of their end zone, but as they do so, they snap it to Jaden Anderson, and the ball comes loose. Jaden has to cover it. It's a safety. Coalfield flips from down a point to up a point with 10:45 to play in the third quarter. The Yellow Jackets now lead 8-7. Coalfield would then stop Oneida, and on the ensuing drive, they would find themselves with a 4th down at the Oneida 33-yard line. 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Cole Hines dials up his favorite receiver once again for 4th down purposes. And 33 yards into the end zone later, it's Landon Gallion for a touchdown that makes it 14-7. The extra point from Coalfield is no good, and that's where it would end, 14-7. Oneida with a late attempt, a late charge. They get down to the Coalfield, inside the Coalfield 15-yard line, and they need 5 yards from the 14, and they get 4. Coalfield comes up with the stop. Oneida turns it over on downs. Coalfield finishes 8-2. They're the Region 2A champ. Next week they host North Green's Huskies right here. Oneida falls to 7-3, and unless York comes up with a late rally against the Rockwood Tigers, Oneida will finish second in Region 2 AA. The Indians will be at home next week. Their opponent will be Cumberland Gap unless that York rally occurs, in which case their opponent would be Happy Valley. We will have that first-round playoff game streaming for you audio-wise next week, but due to the $700 charge that the TSSAA has for playoff games, there will be no video for that home playoff game that the Indians will have. Oneida finishes 7-3, losing 14-7 here to Coalfield. We'll take a break, and we'll have more statistics from John Strunk and a talk with Coach Jimmy May coming up. Your final once again, Coalfield 14, Oneida 7.
Football makes people happy. At United Cumberland Bank, totally free checking makes our customers happy. If you are not completely satisfied with your checking account, come see me and find out why more Scott Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank. This is Tammy Strunk, new accounts representative, and I would appreciate your business. United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC, $50 minimum deposit to open. Other fees may apply. Ask us for details.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Life is about choices. When it comes to your internet service provider, you've got a choice. Telepage. Telepage is internet service provided by local people you know and trust. Different service plans are available, tailored to provide speeds that fit your everyday needs. Telepage now offers fiber internet in select areas, with plans starting as low as $45.41 per month. Speeds up to 1 gig are available. Call 423-569-8595 for more information. That's Telepage, located at 258 South Main Street in Oneida. Visit telepage.net.
South Fork Physical Therapy is proud to support the Scott Highlanders and the Oneida Indians. With offices in both Huntsville and Oneida, one of our 6 doctors of physical therapy are always close by. We regularly treat back and neck pain, general sprains and strains, vertigo or dizziness, TMJ disorders, as well as post-operative patients. We accept all insurances and flexible payment plans are available. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we strive to make your experience accessible, affordable, and enjoyable.
Welcome back to IH Sports coverage of Oneida High School football as we're back at Coalfield. Once again, of course, if you were not aware, the Indians fall tonight 14-7 to Coalfield, and more than likely will be second place as the score is now, it's still late in the fourth, but now Rockwood is up 34-20 over York. So it looks like Rockwood is going to be our region champ. Oneida will be in second place. Oneida will then be playing Cumberland Gap next week at home. Kickoff for that game is at 7 o'clock, so be sure and remember that. It's 30 minutes earlier during postseason. So Oneida will be at home next week at 7 o'clock against Cumberland Gap. I also want to take this opportunity to remind everyone that the Oneida Middle School Indians are playing for another middle school championship tomorrow at Campbell County High Schools. They'll take on Oliver Springs. That will be an excellent ball game. Both teams match up very well. That's going to be your best of the 3 championship games tomorrow. Cherokee in 3A should run away with theirs. Coalfield is in the single A championship at noon, and they'll probably run away with that one as well. So tomorrow's 2A game between Oneida and Oliver Springs will be a good one. And one more thing, Oakdale has defeated Greenback tonight. Oakdale will be the 2nd seed.
That's awesome.
And right behind Coalfield in this district. So congratulations to the Eagles.
Yep, absolutely. Congratulations to the Eagles. Something that they've not had a lot of tradition at Oakdale. They got a pretty good football team this year.
Yes, they do.
And they're playing a home football or a home playoff game. I think they had another one some years ago. They got actually had the first round.
They hosted the first round game. Can't remember who it was against, but they lost. They lost
did,
that one.
yeah.
But they've got a good opportunity of advancing.
They do. They certainly do. And back to this one tonight, guys. Indians had their chances. Played hard. They played hard. They always do play hard, but played hard tonight. They just couldn't find their offense in the second half. Absolutely, and had opportunities. But just couldn't overcome drop passes and penalties and those kind of things, and fell to a really good football team in Coalfield. But we should have won this football. We gave up 2 fourth down touchdowns.
Big long
4th and 17 on one and 4th and whatever on the other. And at the end of the first half, and then that, I mean, you can't never let them get behind you. But that's, you overcome stuff like that. It's a new season. So here we go, John L. You've got the stats, I believe.
Yeah, and you made mention of those 2 fourth down passes that went for touchdowns, and I think he had another 4th down to keep a drive alive. Mm-hmm. So how many completions you think their quarterback had?
But one thing, other than that, really our defense played a doggone
He had
good
7 completions.
Game. Yeah,
3 of them were 4th downs. 2 of them went for touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's where it was. We'll break it down a little bit further here. Coalfield on the ground. Lau, he had 8 carries for 45 yards. Hines had 9 carries for 24. Bowling had 10 for 23. Henry was 2 carries for a yard. Mullins had a carry for 0. Through the air, Hines was 7 of 15 for 132 and 2 touchdowns. Of those, Gallion had 4 catches, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. His catches went 25, 11, 28, 34. Daggers.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Mullins had 2 catches for 19. Lau had 1 for 15. Guys, you look at their roster, they got 9 seniors, 12 juniors, 5 sophomores, 7 freshmen. But they always seem to build it back, right?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, going on to Oneida, Rector had 5 carries for -2. You got it. The quarterbacks have it tough. You got to put in their minus or their sack yardages. Duncan 12 carries for 51. He had 53 yards at halftime, guys. And then they shut him down. And he really didn't get much in the way of opportunities, only 4 carries in the second half. Meredith ended up with 7 carries for 17. Same thing for him. He had 17 yards at the half. The running game went away from us. Phillips, 1 carry for 2. And then Hewling had 1 carry for 7. Rector through the air was 6 of 17 for 77 yards, and most of those came on that last drive, the receptions. McLaurin Love came on strong in the second half, had 5 catches for 58 yards. Shoemaker a catch for 13, and then Darty had a catch for 6. The killer for Oneida tonight may have been the penalties. That and the fact that they just couldn't get it in the end zone, but their penalties tonight, Oneida had 8 penalties for 70 yards. Penalties for Coalfield, they had 5 for 35 yards. First downs, Coalfield had 13, Oneida had 10. Overall yards, Oneida had 152 total yards, 85 rushing, 77 through the air. Coalfield, they end up with 225. They had 132 through the air, 93 on the ground.
All right, thank you, John L. Now, Tim, you've got Coach May with us.
All right, Coach. Thank you for joining us. And tonight it was a classic Oneida Coalfield. Again, a low-scoring affair. 14-7 is the final in this one. You were able to grab a lead early. Talk about, though, on the first drive, Coalfield had the football and some early momentum moving down inside your 10-yard line, but you got a turnover.
Yeah, they were moving the ball on us, and we were, they got outside of us a little bit, and they were mixing up pretty well with, Jason Wilson's a good coach, good offensive coordinator. He's mixing it up pretty well. And then I think Ryland got the interception. He came up with a big play at the goal line. He tried to force one in there, I think, and he made an outstanding play, and got us out to the 20, got in the end zone there, and and stopped that drive for him.
Seemed like both teams were able to get a first down or two on a drive in the interim time between that, but nobody really strung anything together till you guys did late in that second quarter with a really good drive, mostly on the ground with runs from Ryland and TJ.
Yeah, we started hitting some things there, and in the second half they made some adjustments and those didn't hit them, but they were we were able to run our zone plays a little bit and then run our we pulled double X there and our counters, and we were then we had a big pass I think down there on a curl to Lauren and got a first down after the late hit on the quarterback. But we got in a rhythm right there, and we just never got it back. We started off second half inside our 10 off a penalty that I hadn't seen, and then we can't get it out of there. Then we drop the snap and have to cover it up, and all of a sudden now we're behind. So it kind of changed the game around right there. Just starting the second half, we started off in a hole and seemed like we were fighting uphill the whole second half.
In both of the Coalfield touchdowns, they're on fourth down plays, heaves into the end zone to the same guy. Just he found a spot. And,
we were. I guess the second one, I must have made a great catch. I couldn't see it. He, I thought we were pretty well on him, but they just throw it in the end zone, and we didn't make a play on the ball. On the first one, we didn't either, and I think it was on fourth down again.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
I thought we had them stopped and gonna get out of their half and get the ball back, and be up 7-0, and then we, they just made a big play. I mean, they made two big plays, and that's kind of what won the game right there. I think because when we were struggling moving the ball, and then we got something going, and then they stopped us there on the 10 or so at the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty stagnant offensively until that last drive of the game for the Indians. You were able to get it down inside their, I believe it was inside the 15. You needed the 9 for a first down, and you got to the 10.
Yeah, I told him, I said, you're going to have to throw it now. It's fourth down. You got to throw it. Or if you got a running lane, you're going to have to try to get it. But we've been getting outside. We've been sealing the edge. Well, that time they brought outside pressure to force him to stay in the pocket. And, I think we had a guy open, but, when the guys are coming at you, it's hard to see all that.
Yeah.
And he just made a decision to run forward, and he thought he could get it. And, I thought he was going to make it there. But we just come up short. I mean, we had a drop down here right before that on second down, though, and we'd had a first down, and, it kind of put us behind. And then we had another incompletion. I think it was 4th and 6, if I remember right. But, we battled. I mean, the kids battled hard. It was just one of those typical games, and we were struggling, moving the ball, and it was just back and forth in field position. We kind of had them backed up there. We kept getting the ball at midfield. We couldn't make a first down, and I told them last time, I said, now it's 4-down territory. When we get it, we've got to start going for it. And I think we ended up driving, I don't know, where did we come from, about the 30, the 20. I mean, it was, we got down there, and I thought we were going to stick it in, and I was thinking about whether we were going to go for 2 or not to try to win the game.
For the most part, passing game-wise, Caden was pretty well on. It seemed like there was just a lot of drops.
Yeah, I guess the ball being wet, we dropped too many passes tonight. We had a little hitch and go. We did, and it was a little too long. He got sacked. I mean, that wasn't his fault. We took a little too long running the route, and Then I started running slants with him, and he was on it. It's just. We had too many, I don't know how many, 5 or 6 drops, and we've not done that this year. And, I know the ball was wet because it was raining at the beginning of the game, and but then it seemed like at the end, of course I know we had one down the sideline there I thought we had too, but, that's just uncharacteristic of us, and we just, we didn't handle, I guess, the wet ball good enough at times, and it kind of put us behind. But, they battled hard. I can't say nothing, bad about them. We fought the whole night, and it just didn't work out for us. So I told them, we're still going to play at home next week. So we got to look forward to that. We just got to start over. Now you're week by week.
Right. Yep. Two good teams played hard tonight. So, Coach, next week you get that home playoff game, and maybe not something that everybody thought was even going to be a possibility going into the beginning of the year, but here it is. You're going to it looks like Rockwood's got a 2-score lead late in that game, so Rockwood's going to win the region, but you've got a very winnable game. And not saying anything bad about Cumberland Gap, but it's a winnable game at home next week against the Panthers.
Yeah, but we scrimmaged them early in the season, and they're much improved from what they normally are. They got a different coach, and he's run different offense, and they beat some people. And this year, they've won 4. I'd say probably they win tonight, they'll probably be 5-5 at the worst. Maybe 6-4. I have to look again, but it'll be a tough game. We'll have to play. It's not like you just go up there in the playoffs. If you don't play, it's over.
Right.
You don't get second chances in football. You get one time and that's it. And we'll have to prepare. We'll be ready, and we're kind of familiar with them from the spring, but or not from the spring, from early in the fall in August. But we'll have to prepare and just get ready for them, because it's a new season. And I told them, I said, after this has got to be over Monday, and you come in, it's got to be done. You got to move on. The last time we lost to them at the end of the year, kind of the same type of game, wet, cold, and we went to the quarterfinals. We got together, and so we got to just play, and you see what happens. That's why you play the game. So we want to come out and play hard and try to get a victory at home next week.
As far as health-wise, okay out of this one?
Yeah, I think one person had a thumb injury a little bit, but he played. Ryland played the whole game. Blimberg, Landon, from his injury from last week, so we all played, came back and played hard, and we'll be. No one told me they were hurt, so we'll see how they are Monday, how they feel. We'll get ready to go, and we'll come out and compete, and they'll be ready to go.
All right, Coach. Thanks for joining us. We'll look forward to seeing you next week, and good luck. First home playoff game, and congratulations. 7-3. That's a good season.
Yeah, it's when you look back later, it's going to be, man, we were 7-3. I told you, guess 7-3 is good. I said I'd taken 7-3 at the beginning of the season.
Absolutely.
But we had it in our grasp. As I told them, I said we could have been 8-2. Who knows, the Rockwood, if we hung on the ball, it might have been a little different game. But they've battled. After that first game was kind of a that's just kind of one of those things that happened, and
right.
We just didn't play well, and they did, and we helped them, and we found a way to start winning games, and we got to start, we've got to start moving the ball better on offense, and we held them to 14 points. That's good enough to win. We just got to start doing our part on the other side, and because our defense tonight played great. We just those two plays, and I think down here, I may be wrong. It looked like we probably had them for a safety down here earlier in the fourth, maybe third quarter. I don't know if you could see it or not. I couldn't see it. It's close.
Yeah.
So,
I think he got outside, just barely. But I got jumped onto by John and Mark. They didn't agree with me.
The coaches up top told me they thought he never made it past the goal line. But, it's why you play. And then we jump off sides. That's things that, we can't do. We're better than that. We're in our 10th game of the season, and we'll get better. We'll work, and we got to come out and just get ready to play and put it behind us, because it's a one-game season every week now.
All right, Coach. We'll see you next week, and thanks for joining us.
Right,
Your final once again, Coalfield 14, Oneida 7.
A responsible local bank must branch out into the community it serves. At First National Bank, we realize a community bank must be a strong partner with the community. That's why First National Bank doesn't have branches, but roots that are deeply embedded in the fundamentals and foundations set forth in the past, with a vision for fostering the potential for the future. Since 1904, First National Bank has had only one focus: you. First National Bank. Your family, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday, or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca. Open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Welcome back to Coalfield as the Indians falling out 14-7. Rockwood's sewing it up over in York against the Dragons. So Oneida will be second place in the region. Rockwood will be region champs. We will be at home next week against Cumberland Gap. Kickoff for that game is at 7 o'clock. So be sure and remember that. But we will be home next week for a playoff game. John L.
Yeah, it's a hard one. And I didn't get to catch Coach's comments. We were over there. But I'm sure there's a little bit of frustration in those. And, you lose, you give up 14 points, and both of those come by way of fourth down pass plays into the end zone. And that's a hard pill to swallow. All in all, Oneida played pretty well. Defensively, we put in some bad situations, and you still had an opportunity to go down and tie it up or win the thing at the end, and just weren't able to get it done. And a region championship slips away. Those opportunities don't come along, all the time. You got to go earn that, and I'm sure coach and staff and the players are going to have to they're just going to have to put that aside and go into the new season, which is the playoffs. And looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting to, they played themselves into having a home field advantage next week in the first round of the playoffs, and they need to go take advantage of that. We've only had 3 home games, as everyone's well aware of, this year, and I'm just looking forward to being at home next week.
Well, if you want to put on a positive note on this thing, remember going into tonight's game, we said Coalfield had averaged like 30, hadn't scored less than 30 points a game except against Gordonsville.
Yeah, there's not a positive way to look at it.
Well, we only allowed them 14 points. Our defense played very well. I understand what you're saying too, but yeah, our defense played pretty well tonight, except for just a couple of times that we.
And I have to ride home with him with that nonsense. I'm kidding, of course, but it's tough. Anytime you lose, it's tough. But when you lose to dadgum Coalfield.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What is that about? Come on. I just hate it. But it's all well good, and we all get to go home tonight. And these kids played hard, guys. They played hard. Defensively played hard. Offensively, we played hard. We couldn't seem to find a rhythm in the second half and couldn't get a running game going. But then we couldn't get our passing game going. We dropped the football a lot. It was uncharacteristic. We hadn't threw the ball a lot, but tonight we got in a situation where we had to and just couldn't complete a whole lot of passes. And Caden threw the ball pretty well overall tonight. Mm-hmm. But our receivers just couldn't haul it in, and it was just tough on them tonight. So, our defense got them in fourth down.
Mm-hmm. Fourth and long.
3 times. Mm-hmm. They picked up first down. They got 2 touchdowns on that. So, it's just we battled them, man, and it was this is a good football team out here. Mm-hmm. And like you said, we held them 40-point team. We held them to 14, and that was on fourth down when he had to get that. So you can see some positives that came out of this. You get a home playoff game. Everybody starts 0-0 next week. So that's a good thing, and we get another shot. And that's all you can ask for in playoff season. So First National Bank Player of the Game, I'm going to give it to Matthew Brown. Defensively, defensive players winning it this week, and I know, Ben, that's hard for you to acknowledge that a defensive player wins it, but Matthew Brown gets it with 6 tackles, and I'm joking too about that. He had 6 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, actually 2 tackles for loss, 1 for -4, a sack, -2 yards, 2 quarterback hurries, and a pass defense.
In the late going, Oneida trying to climb back into it, they need to stop. He came up big with those quarterback hurries at a big time.
He did, and you had a lot of players. Landon Lindbergh had 8 tackles. You had Hunter Shoemaker with 5 tackles, and Hunter Shoemaker got after the quarterback. He knocked a couple of passes, got his hands on a couple of passes, and our defense just all year has played really lights out, and I'm really proud of them. And our offense has played well, and we just couldn't get it on track in the second half. We had some stuff going in the first, but just couldn't reel it in the second. But we'll recover. We'll come back out, work hard this week, get a win next week.
3 yards is what we ran for in the second half.
I understand that.
3 yards.
Always take the negative.
3 yards.
Always the negative.
Count on it.
All right. So
tough to win, but you got to tip your cap to that Coalfield defense.
They're good football team.
They were
good football team.
They were lights out on that front.
Yep. And also want to give a thanks to the folks here at Coalfield. We kind of had some shake-ups in the setup. We probably had a mistake in that, and they were good to work with us. They could have kicked us out. But they were good. They just went with it, and we're always treated well here at Coalfield. Greg Addington and that whole crew, we appreciate that. And so just wanted to make sure we mentioned them. And we want to thank you for joining us tonight. We had a big crowd tonight joining us online, and we're glad of that. We're glad to have you here. We're glad for the opportunity to bring you these games. We're glad Ben Garrett working the camera.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Tonight. And also Greg Bond helping to keep things together for us. We appreciate that. Next week we'll bring you the live stream, the audio of the playoff game at home. Oneida hosting Cumberland Gap. So the Indians' new season starts. You know, it wasn't so long ago after that Rockwood loss that we were all thinking week one we were going to have to make that trip up to either Hampton or South Green. But we get to be at home in week one, and we're looking forward to that. And hopefully we will get to make a trip somewhere. If we can get a win next week, we'd be glad to do that. So we'd be glad to take you with us if you'd join us. So for all those involved in the broadcast, I want to thank John Strunk, Mark Matthews, Kevin Akers, Ben Garrett, and Greg Bond for all the production work tonight. This is Tim Smith saying thanks for joining us. Your final once again is the Coalfield Yellow Jackets moving to 8-2, and the Oneida Indians falling to 7-3. Your final is Coalfield 14 and Oneida 7. And we'll see you next week against Cumberland Gap.